beta key drops. Are you kidding me? Everybody knows it's not an exclusive beta, but it feels exclusive.
Right. And just the way that I mean, they took, you know, people like Summit. We're streaming, by the way, so if you want to put the link in, feel free.
Okay.
Um, but the way that they took Summit, and he's obviously one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. I think he might even have like the most views ever. I don't know. He's like 439 million views or something like that.
He's a big boy.
But he was 23 to 40,000 average concurrence, probably depending on the game, sometimes less. And then boom, Valorant comes out, 250,000 concurrence for literally a week straight as he's streaming it. Tim the Tatman, over 150,000. Like all these TSM Myth, 80, 90,000, like ridiculous numbers that these people are getting because they're up there. People are like, oh, I can just go and watch them, or just even leave their stream open and I'll potentially get into this beta that I really want to try. Like the first game by Riot since League of Legends in 13 years or whatever it is. Like everybody's excited to try the game and they're just like blowing up these streams. And I mean, now it's anybody who's streaming Valorant has drops enabled. I had Valorant drops enabled today. And it's like you can just put that in your stream and people will watch you because they'll leave it open because they just, why not? I would love to get a beta key.
Once again, the numbers are of course inflated.
Yeah.
Of course. That is by definition how it works when a game is released. Like you play World of Warcraft Classic the day it's released, there's going to be more people playing than actual World of Warcraft. But that's just like any release day. And usually, what it is, it's like you were talking about with keeping 2/3 of viewers for your Valorant stream and having the whole bunch of people for your Dota stream. It's like you want the conversion rate's always going to be there from like release to a game becoming just like its standard pace.
Right.
Like World of Warcraft Classic, I'm sure the numbers are going down, maybe up a bit with patches, but they've kind of evened out, but they're no longer way up here. So Valorant, the way that they've advertised it, getting it all the way up here to start means that the conversion rate, even with that included, like there's still going to be a lot of people playing. But I do think that like everybody thought that like Teamfight Tactics was going to be the next big thing and auto chess and that sort of thing, and it almost always seems to be wrong.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
the games still become popular, right? Like Teamfight Tactics is still popular, but it's not the next big thing. It's not like it's number one on Twitch and everybody's playing it. Like we still go back to the standard games, fighting games, MOBAs, FPS, because really Battle Royale is just it's a version of an FPS.
Yeah.
It just feels like a really fun, chaotic, huge version of it, but it's an FPS.
Yep.
Right. So
yeah, I mean,
I was saying that to Ellie the other day. Like, really think of what has been like a very successful esports genre that's not fighting games, FPS, or MOBA. I can't think of one.
StarCraft back in the day, RTS back in the day.
I don't think they're as big. Like, I don't want to call like.
I'm talking about
day,
like
sure in the day, sure
in the day,
sure. But I feel like we just. Like FPSs are just good. It's really hard to come up with brand new mechanics for something that's going to be easily accessible. Like all fighting games have similar mechanics. All MOBAs have similar mechanics. All FPSs have similar mechanics. You have like spray patterns and things like that. And even in Fortnite, there's like spray patterns, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, so I tend to disagree a bit. I think that Valorant it's going to be a big game. Like it legitimately may be bigger than CS:GO. Like when even when the hype cools down, because here's the deal. Like Apex has problems, so people are looking for a different game than Apex. Fortnite has problems, people are looking for a different game than Fortnite. Call of Duty has problems, PUBG has problems. Like all these games, all these SPF games have problems, and a lot of people can go into Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike's numbers have been going up, right? They're the biggest game on Steam now. And here comes a game that is essentially Counter-Strike
with spells.
Except it's got a little bit of Overwatch in it. It's got a little bit of some other stuff in it. And it's running on a better engine. And it has more support from the devs. And it has a better esports scene potentially.
Okay, no, that shit doesn't matter, though. That shit doesn't matter. Like, really, when it comes down to it, it's like core gameplay.
Yes.
And I really do feel like, I mean, if it's just Counter-Strike with spells, that's good.
Yeah.
Like that is just good.
Right.
But I think when like to survive the test of time, it's going to be um if the core gameplay sucks, it's gonna do shit. No matter how good the game,
Right.
like no matter how good the scene is surrounding it and the money. And I keep looking at Artifact. It's like the $1 million tournament. Everybody wanted to play. There were people that thought that it was the fucking next big thing, the best thing ever. I guess I can't see that happen so many times and then think, oh, Valorant is different.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah, totally. I
um,
mean, I can understand that.
because even the successful games that have had that same aura have dropped down to being, yes, successful,
Right.
but top 10 on Twitch, not the only thing that I can think of that really did break the mold and like stayed number one is Fortnite.
Right.
Like PUBG didn't do that. Apex didn't do that. Call of Duty didn't do that. Nothing did that other than Fortnite because I guess the building mechanics are something completely fresh for people.
Right. And even now, Fortnite is on the decline. Like number one, let me actually look at Twitch real quick. I mean, I know number one is Valorant at the moment, but that's obvious.
Well,
Um,
that's you can't even judge Valorant yet.
right. I mean, but if you actually look at the categories, the biggest one is after Valorant is
League of Legends.
League of Legends, followed by just chatting. People literally just want to hang out with people.
And League of Legends is another one that like has survived the test of time. Like
Right.
that's like a I think some games like League of Legends and Fortnite and GTA 5, these like ridiculously popular fan favorite games after 10 years. Like you have to be, well, obviously not Fortnite, but you have to be pretty special to compete with that. And
Yeah.
I just don't know with Valorant.
Dude, holy shit. There are almost 4,000 people watching Heroes of Might and Magic 3 right now. Good lord. That game
Wait,
is like
Heroes of
22
Might.
years old or
Oh,
something.
that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have Heroes 1 through 3 on my computer that I've been meaning to play. I played
Black Ops 2?
so fun.
Why are people playing Black Ops 2?
There
Oh,
it
it's like a few big streamers I see.
Yeah, there's always like those random games that like Lyric will stream, and you'll see the category all of a sudden have like 10K viewers. You're like, what is this game? And you go, it's like Lyric, and then one other person with like 5 viewers trying to leech off of him or something like that.
Dude, it's funny. It's funny that Minecraft is still so goddamn popular. It's so boring. I'm so bored of Minecraft. I've already got to like the end game. I started a new world like 3 days ago and I'm already at the end game. Anyway, let's
Anyway,
let's get into the Dota.
yep,
Okay, we do want to say something. Chat for replayer view and for any patrons that are watching. We currently have 36 replays as of before starting this stream, and usually we get like 10 or 15 after the
yeah,
stream starts. So that's 6 hours
plus,
of plus of replay. That's like 6 to 8 hours of replay review. Not going to be possible.
yeah,
So what we think we're going to go back to is we're basically going to go for as long as is reasonable, basically until we start saying utter bullshit, which, as anybody who's watched this stream knows, happens after about 2 to 3 hours. That's when we start saying some real dumb shit.
yep,
And then we're going to stop and we're going to make sure that if we didn't get to you this week, we'll get to you next week. I'm going to keep track of all the names of people, and we're going to basically go through the list. And if we found somebody that hasn't gotten a replay review in the month, we're going to do them, and then we'll like reset the list once we've done everybody,
yeah,
basically. But we're gonna get to everybody, but we're not going to go for like 8 hours because, once again, I really don't think you want to hear the bullshit we're going to be saying after 8 hours. It is not going to be
yeah.
of value.
We want to give actual value to people, and in the past we have done this where we give people one replay per month, and that was very manageable. But now, as we get more and more patrons, well, so we were doing just kind of one per month, and then we just kind of said, whatever, screw it, we'll just do all of them because we just felt like doing all of them. But now we have so many patrons. Thank you guys, first of all, that we kind of need to go back to just sort of like cycling through, making sure we get to everybody. But instead of doing everybody every single week, we're going to just make sure that we get everybody done in the month. And probably you will get multiple just because that's, until we get like 500 patrons or something like that. But at our current levels, we can definitely do multiples, but we're going to make sure everybody gets one first before we go back and do a second one for somebody.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
And
there are people asking, could we just do 2 days of streams?
Maybe.
Potentially, that's something that we have talked about. At the moment, it's not really something that we want to do just because of our other schedules. But we might end up having to do that if things continue to grow. So we're not ruling it out, but at the moment, we're going to do this first.
Yeah, I have D&D on Friday, Alchemy Answers Tuesday, visit my parents on the weekend, so that leaves 2 days. And
we usually record videos on those days.
Right, we usually record videos, so like Monday, Wednesday are our video days right now. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So it's like it's weird. It is weird to schedule it in, but we could do like an occasional weekend stream or something like that. There's something we can do.
Yeah,
we need to see how this works first, though.
I also want to just kind of be clear, like if we look at this if people are feeling a little offended by this, I want to do just a purely mathematical thing right now. I charge $25 an hour for an hour of coaching. Jenkins charges $50 an hour for an hour of coaching. So if you average those together, you get what, like around $37.5 per hour or something like that between the two of us. Except there's two of us, so I don't really know where I'm going with this math.
You don't need to financially justify it to our patrons, dude.
Okay, I'm just saying.
They get it.
I'm just saying that if you get 4 replay reviews, you're almost getting a full hour of coaching, and you're only paying $12 for the tiers. Anyway, I don't know. I just feel bad. So
the way I see it, we're gonna talk with our people. If people don't feel satisfied that we're giving them value for what they're paying, we'll do something else. Like that's the way I see it. I'm just trying to be honest and open and realistic with this shit.
We have stimulus money. Don't worry about it.
Stimulus money, dude. Ellie got hers. She's oh god, I should publicly say this. She's like living in Canada with me, and she got the American stimulus money.
Dude,
she's just like,
whatever,
she's just
man.
like, God bless Trump.
I haven't gotten mine yet. I did see something funny though, that everybody who got the stimulus money in the U.S. gets $1,200, just like a one-time payment.
Yeah,
and on the same day that this happened, Costco had an 80-inch smart TV priced for $1,200.
My God. That's horrible. That's horrible. That'd be a terrible thing to buy in a pandemic. That'd be so dumb. Why would you do that? Okay, let's get into it. No more coronavirus talk. Share your screen there, big boy.
Share the replay IDs, big boy.
Boy. All right, let's see.
Oops, that's not what I want to do.
Okay. Oh, okay. So by the way, if you've submitted a replay this week and you think that your replay is a whole lot of bullshit and you would prefer to get a more important one looked at because you thought we were going to do one replay per week, and then now we're saying that we're potentially not going to be doing that, then feel free to just edit it out. I'm going to go through them like manually this time, just in case anybody wants to edit out and put a better one next week.
Cool. Sounds good. I'm actually just going to start with this one by David Kohler, or Cooler.
Sure.
Because he sent it to us on Patreon because he wasn't sure whether to submit it there or not. So we'll just start with that, and then you can give me the next one.
Sounds good. Roger Dodger.
Oh boy. We get to start with some fun ranks.
Oh God.
So he says, I started playing Dota 1 to 2 years ago, and I stopped playing it for a while. At the moment, I'm calibrating my rank. I'm low MMR, so games are chaotic, and it's hard sometimes to group coordinate with teammates because everyone is doing their own thing. So enjoy watching. Smiley face. Can you guys tell if my item choices are correct this game, and what I should focus on to improve my gameplay to become a better player? I can only give you guys a replay of a win because I didn't lose a calibration match yet, so be honest as possible. I really want to improve as a player. I was the Phoenix in the game as position 4. Keep up the good work. You guys are the best content for Dota on YouTube. Thanks for helping, and have fun.
Sounds like a good problem to have. Oh, sorry guys, haven't lost yet.
Right.
GG. All right, you don't need our help apparently.
Yep. All right. So Phoenix replay. Here we go. Not enough dabs in chat. I agree, Derek Barnes. Let's go. Get those emotes spamming. Get that Twitch chat and YouTube chat. That's how we do.
Okay, who are we watching here? What's our boy?
We're watching Position 4 Phoenix.
Ah, okay.
One of the best Position 4s. If you haven't
Yes,
watched our
yes.
tier list, I suggest you do so.
Give it a gander. Somebody asked what I was drinking. It's just some Earl Grey tea.
Can you calibrate beyond 3.5K?
I don't know. I have not calibrated in years.
Even
Many
on
years.
even on a Smurf, do you just have?
No, I just my Smurfs are actually like new Shams accounts, and they're already immortal. So
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. You can calibrate beyond 3.5K, says Eugen.
All right, so One Arm Dave playing the Phoenix starts Headdress 6 Tangos, goes Fire Spirits level 1, 40 and Tiny in lane, playing against what looks like a Monkey King.
30 seconds to battle.
Tiny off lane. Wow, that's some dog shit. Okay.
All right.
So if I'm tailoring my advice to Herald, which maybe is not the best response, I would probably. I feel like against this Monkey King with some melee hero like Tiny, you want to just cut the wave for your guy. I feel like this lane's going to be really hard.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, you should be able to own him at level 1. You guys should just both beat the shit out of him with Fire Spirits at level 1. But seems pretty unreliable for your Tiny to actually do that, right? To listen to you and just go aggressive and not be a pussy about it. So the thing is, though, with the pulling, with the cutting the wave, I mean, I guess you can just do it and pull it in between, and then the Tiny will probably come back and try and farm those creeps because, like, wait, my creeps are over here, which is fine.
That's fine. He can do that.
Yeah. So basically, what we're saying here is instead of playing this first wave, you just come over here, you grab the creep wave.
Well, you can play the first wave for a little bit, but what you do is you look to your side and you see where your creeps are. So if you look at the bottom right now, you can see that now the other lane, you can see they're at the tier 2, which means the dire creeps are also at the tier 2. And so you can kind of use that as a mirror to see where the creeps are, and you just head over to right here and grab them. So you can actually play the first wave a little bit. You can get a couple of last hits, a couple denies, throw some nukes out, and then just walk over and takes 2 seconds and grab that wave. And then you just pull all the way back between your tier 1 and tier 2, like
right
as he's
here.
drawing on the map. Yeah, you draw it, bring it there, and then you wait for the next wave to come in. The 2 waves combine, both waves die, and all of a sudden, the next equilibrium is right in front of your tower, which is cool that the enemy team pushed it there anyway. This makes Dota a lot easier when it's right here.
Yep.
You can do that 100% of games. You don't have to rely on your enemy team being idiots. You can do it 100% of games by cutting that wave, the second one.
Yep. And so now what needs to happen is you need to not be here because this guy doesn't need your help to get these last hits. I mean, he might because he might be bad, but he doesn't need your help. He doesn't need your help denying. Ideally, what you should be doing is over here. You want to be over here providing vision. You want to make sure that this Ancient Apparition or Monkey King is not pulling these. Of course, they probably won't in this MMR bracket, but you still want to be playing correctly, which would be to basically not be leeching experience here and, providing some sort of vision, potentially sniping a courier, potentially setting up to grab the next wave as well and do the exact same thing over again, right?
Yeah, stacking is also nice if you think that the enemy team are morons and they're just never going to pull. You can just go stack, and that's okay.
Yep.
Like head over to your own triangle, stack both of those camps. If you stack the top one at like 54 and then the bottom one at 56 in your little triangle, it'll stack both of them.
54, 56.
Yeah.
Yep.
Real nice play.
So you wanted to know a little bit about the itemization. Let's move on a little bit. Look at the net worth. You're awfully under farm for position 4, I must say. Although I don't know. I guess you're keeping up.
Seems fine. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going for Tranquil Boots. Maxing out Fire Spirits. Oh, bad life.
Boy.
Move up a little bit farther. The mid Enigma, by the way. No.
Dire are scanning.
Going for Spirit Vessel. This seems like a great item this game.
Pretty good. Yep. Pretty good. Yeah, I have no issues with the itemization so far. This looks fine.
Yep.
Radiant's bottom
You guys are even
is under attack.
playing in the correct part of the map, which is nice. Almost died of the Midnight Pulse. That was a little scary.
Maybe move forward if we're gonna look at like itemization after the vessel.
Going for Ags next.
Seems fine.
Yep, seems
very fine. All
Okay,
right, you definitely gotta be using your fire spirits before you egg. The
Yeah.
whole combo on this hero is you make it so people attack really slow and then you egg.
Yeah.
Or you egg way farther away. You can't dive in and egg them without fire spiriting, and they're instant cast time now, so
Yep.
you can just like bop, 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 and hit a bunch. Honestly, just throw them out at fucking random if you have to.
Yeah.
And you'll usually hit a bunch of people. You just throw them at like this. Jesus Christ! You just throw them in a big area, and then it's gonna hit enough people that you can keep your egg alive.
Yeah. And generally speaking, you also just kind of want to egg not directly in the middle of 5 people. Like you can swoop
That's
it.
a lot less so what people are doing these days. It's like people do it like where it's inconvenient to go hit the egg.
Right. Like the supernova radius 1300. That's over a blink dagger. So it's basically like this whole.
Dire's structure.
It's massive.
It's a lot.
It's the entire screen. It's the
Yeah.
entire screen.
It's the entire screen. But yeah, as far as your itemization question, I mean this seems great. I'm not surprised you won. Like this is correct.
Yeah, even the small items. I like the Basilius. I like the headdress. Like
Yeah.
I really like the fact that you have a bunch of small items. Once again, going back to the fact that sometimes heralds and guardians actually do it better than legends and ancients because they look up the build to do. They look up what pros are doing,
Right.
whereas ancients are like, I know what the build is.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I would definitely say that work on your fire spirits a bit because those are super important to playing Phoenix well. And then just cut the wave like we said, and that'll make your laning stage easier because this hero is terrible at level 1, and then once you get level 2, you suddenly can dominate lanes. So it's all about just making sure that you get that level 2, and then you can start playing Dota.
I put the next replay.
Okay. Are you also nice? You are tracking these perfect. Good boy.
Who's a good boy? Yes, I am. Please. I need to be told.
You're a good boy.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Daddy. Okay.
Good boy.
This is Loeval, the legend. And, well, I didn't mean it like that. But you know what I'm saying. Loeval.
Legend to play. No, I'm just kidding.
Offlane Tidehunter. He says, a win and a very random game, but a specific late game theme. How to go high ground against Tinker when we have an advantage. Is our tactic to push 2 lanes at the same time against Tinker correct? Or should we push 1 with 5 heroes? Pushing 2 was very slow and we died in many of the pushes. Yeah, that's a real good way to feed. I'd say people are doing that less and less now, pushing 2 like really distant side lanes. Yeah, it's people are playing way more together.
Oh, I was just gonna say that you just need like the mid wave also going into their base.
Yeah, you cut like cut and drag the wave.
You just
I think we've talked about in coaching.
Yeah,
a few times.
You just don't want to have you don't want to have one wave being breaking back to our protection because then they can just clear it and then you can't do anything.
Yeah, that's just GG against Tinker. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
So he put some timestamps in here. He said 27 minutes was the first high ground push, which was failed.
Let's just skip to
20.
it then.
Sure, yeah, okay, we can skip to this. Can I get net worth maybe, and we'll just get a little glimpse of how it's going. Okay, so Drow is huge. Drow's a big boy.
No BKB though, which is
I was gonna say I can tell you exactly what the Drow's itemization issue is no BKB versus Tinker.
yeah. I'm not entirely sure I understand the Manta style, to be honest.
I guess laser is the thing. It's like, oh, I don't want to get lasered. Well, the good thing is BKB also
Right.
does prevent that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Holy Val cutting the mid wave. Bot wave is pushing in.
What does TL stand for, by the way? I'm curious.
Team Lardy.
Lardy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Jenkins on. Time to unzip my pants, says Jacobo Torres.
Our fortress.
Nice.
All right. Can you show that in emotes, Jacobo? Anyway, here we go. Sniper is alone mid, and now he's going to farm a medium camp.
Has been killed.
Don't do that.
Why are you guys going high ground when your sniper's over here?
Is under attack.
I guess you guys are not in a party together, but regardless, I mean this is a failed attempt because you didn't push as 5 primarily. Right? You walk up, you go for the Ravage on Tinker, looks like you miss. Or even if you do hit, you don't know because you don't have shrapnel to find the Tinker. I feel like you just have to have shrapnel to be able to play into the Tinker.
You just need your second. You're missing 11,000 net worth here, so they just have a net worth lead when you're trying to push this.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. 2850 is the next timestamp. Here we go. Oh.
His name is pronounced Lova. Dude, I swear to God, I've been calling him Lowy Val for so long. I've done like 7 coaching sessions with me. He never corrects me. He's just like too nice of a guy. He's just like, Jenkins is a fucking idiot.
Lova
We'll just let it we'll just let it slide.
Yeah. Pegasus, what do you know, man? What do you know? So they get Roche. Here comes the second push. We tried to push 2 lanes at the same time after 2 minutes. 1 tower and 1 barracks.
Okay. I think this is well, okay. This is not bad if you're not pushing. If you're looking to actually hit high ground, it's kind of bad. But if you're just trapping them in their base, that's really okay. Just get like a 20. It's way easier to high ground versus a Tinker when you have like a 20k net worth lead.
Right.
You can just you can get a BKB on Tide. Sniper can get a BKB. Drow can get. You can literally get a BKB on your Ogre if you're just keeping them in their base.
Yeah. Still no BKB. Still no BKB.
God, that guy's just walking in a base. Jesus Christ.
All right, Amir. You're losing
Just
the game.
walks at a base and throws. Good lord.
Yeah,
So
the biggest things I'm seeing, like, I think right now what's happening is good. You have 5 heroes here, and you have all of the waves in to basically like breaking backdoor range. That's what you want. You want the waves breaking backdoor because if Tinker does clear your creeps, at the very least you can still hit buildings because you have other creep waves that are also breaking backdoor protection. That's what's the most important thing.
right. So the cool thing about taking a tier 3 is that you can all of a sudden play on the high ground. So if Tinker ever shows himself, you can just jump him.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that your next item is Blink for sure on Tide.
Oof. I know you're playing with friends also. I would also just tell your Caudle to every time you go high ground, have a ward and just place it deep in their base once the tier 3 is down. Even if you guys are sieging tier 3 and there's weird stuff happening and the tier 3 is up, look at the edge of the tier 3 range, if it's like here, and just put a ward here. It's like really high value to see people like wandering back out of the fountain to try and re-engage or something, and then you just kill them on their way there.
Yeah.
Okay. Third push. Should we go to that?
Sure. So okay, yeah, we'll see what the itemization is. The next item is Blink on Tide, then BKB probably.
So he's got 4,000 gold.
Yeah, dude, Loyval, you gotta spend your gold. You really gotta spend your gold. And you guys are really split when you're taking these high ground pushes. That always really worries me. There's nobody there to back up your Drow and Sniper, your two squishy heroes.
Yeah, and neither of them has a BKB yet. That seems insane to me. All right, 36 minutes. Solar Crest.
Okay, you need to blink. You for sure need to blink.
No BKB. No BKB.
Y'all just gotta jump the Tinker and the Wyvern, two like backliners.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. You guys have to kill the Tinker. That's how you push high ground. How do you kill the Tinker? By closing the gap. How do you avoid the Tinker owning you while you close the gap? Blink, BKB. That's it. Get a BKB, get a Blink Dagger. I like the idea of splitting up the pressure. I don't think you really need to split up the heroes necessarily. You just need to have the waves going in together.
Yeah, you don't exactly. You don't need to split in order to do that. To just grab the two adjacent waves to the mid, you don't need to do that with top anymore. So you literally just need to worry about the bot in the mid wave. It takes one person to run over to the mid wave, and that could be you on Tidehunter, and just grab it and then pull it to your 5-man bot. And the wave will die. They'll have to constantly push out mid as well. It achieves the same thing. Nobody really like tickles two towers anymore. That's like an old Naga Siren playstyle.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody does that anymore because it just leaves an opening for the enemy team to kill somebody, to take a good fight. And why would you ever do that and just threaten like losing the game? Like deaths matter a lot now. You know, you can run like they can run down mid and throne you if they're lucky killing the right heroes with a Sven. They can legitimately throne you.
Yep.
So people care a lot more about deaths and buybacks than they do about racks.
Yeah, I mean, your Sniper and Drow don't have buyback, so if either one of them were to die with the split pushing, you could legitimately just lose the game.
Right, exactly. So it's nearly there, though. Like, I like the idea of splitting, but you just split to grab the waves and then run to one place.
Right. Yeah, because the creep will follow you, so you just grab
then get blinks and BKBs and just blink in, kill the Tinker and Wyvern.
Yeah.
Like, the first or the second push that we saw where you fought in their high ground, that is what you do.
Yep.
Like, sure, the fight could have been executed better. Sure, your Drow and Sniper could have BKBs, but you guys fought them on high ground. You killed like 3 people, and then the Tinker's marching you, and you don't care. You just sit there and hit the racks, and you take the racks.
Yep.
So do that again. Do that same thing again. That was good.
Agreed.
Okay, let me get you the next replay. Thank you for this very specific question, Loeval.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
This is what we like to see in replay review, where you have like actual pinpointed things that you want another opinion on. That's the good stuff.
Ooh, good Shaka. He just says jug.
That is not what we're looking for in replay reviews. The contrast I appreciate, but try and get a little bit more, what do you want to know about Juggernaut? Is it your itemization? Is it your laning? Is it your team fighting? Is it your farming positions? Very hard for us to give you actually good value.
Sex positions? Is it your sex positions?
Yeah.
Try the 69. That's my favorite.
I already have this replay downloaded.
Do you?
Yep.
Did I fire up?
This is definitely not a Jug replay. That was an Alchemist Troll replay. Let's try it one more time. All right, no Jug in this game. So
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Chalupa Batman submitted that. He said, was the Weaver in the off lane and underperformed all around? Suggestions. That was last Friday.
Oh, and he asked us to download it, I think, because he thought it was going to be
No.
timed out.
No, Uga Chaka submitted this as a replay, and he said Jug. Like, I'm just saying, I searched How did that happen? I searched the match ID and I found somebody else submitting the same match ID saying that they were the Weaver.
What the hell?
Uga Chaka, dude, what happened? How did that happen? I'm actually so confused.
So weird.
Okay. That's very interesting. All right, Uga Chaka. I don't know how that happened.
Can you read what Gyro is saying in chat? Apparently we've missed some replays. I don't know.
Let's see. What's the order? I'm confused. Last Thursday. Oh, okay. So we had some from last week. Forgot about that. Whoops. This is why we're
So we're
this
trying
is
to
why
simplify.
we're writing it down this time. Okay. Let me scroll all the way up here.
Oh my god, why am I so yawny? I need more coffee.
Funky Jestraga Steven. Oh god, so we have even more replays than we thought.
No, I think I counted those. Did
Oh,
you
did
go?
you?
Did you go all the way up to your little dash marks?
No, I
Okay.
just went to the 8th. I totally forgot.
Okay.
Okay, let me keep looking. So I put them in there. So Funkies is the first one.
We'll start with Funky then.
Funky Boy. And then we have Chalupa Batman. Bradley Dragon. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. It's time for a B-Drag replay pretty soon.
B-Drags.
God damn.
You should do a Guess the Metal series. That would be super fun. And it would also get us flamed by everybody in our comment section for copying Game Leap. Which,
Yeah, people would hate that.
yeah. How dare you copy Speed? He taught me everything I know.
Really, I didn't know you were a Fortnite player. Hypothetical person that Donnie's talking about.
Exactly.
So this is Funky. He says, Ember, I'm trying to get better at Ember and my mid lane. I was up against TA, so mid lane wasn't so problematic. I tried ganking a lot and put pressure on the side lanes because I thought the TA will get farm anyways because TA, that did work out, but TA started solo carrying the game because she came out of the jungle Omega Fat. Should I put more pressure on her? The game did go way too late. I think I'm very unsure about my item build. I went Blade Mail because TA was killing me too quickly. I need a cheap armor item. I feel it's mostly my item build, and I had gone if I had gone for some different items, maybe a Vessel, I could have had more of an impact. I do really like Vessel against TA, actually.
I don't really feel like TA should be able to hit you, personally. I don't know
Oh,
why.
yeah.
I don't know
Ember-
why you're tanking so much damage from TA in
Oops.
team fights when you have the
That's probably
ability to
really
just
loud.
be anywhere. That's
Hey.
why.
Oh, are you doing it? Everybody just presses Flame Guard on the first wave, by the way. That's what people do.
Yeah.
Just get level 2 ASAP. Nice. There you go.
Also kind of pressures away the hero, which is good.
Yeah. This hero functions so nicely with a level advantage, so being able to do that at level 1 is pretty solid.
Yep. So he's more curious about like after laning stage, right? Where TA goes to farm the jungle.
He did say maybe he didn't pressure her enough.
Right.
But the way you pressure TA is with kills and with your other heroes. Like, you can't really do it solo. That's not on you. Ember just runs around killing people when the opportunity is there.
Like when you have a haste rune in
Oh.
your bottle.
Love that you waited for the bottle. That's so nice. Ooh. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, so close.
It happens.
Yeah, that was so close to being really sick.
Do you just suicide here to the tier 2?
No,
No.
you're Ember. Look.
Well, he had no mana. But yeah. Okay. Double damage with bottle.
Like the rotation.
Yeah. Get the kill on the anti-mage, get the kill there.
Ah, beautiful. Beautiful work.
Head back to lane. Position 4 Invoker, you've won the game.
Yeah, exactly. The TA is not mid anymore. Some useless invoker. Oh, where's the boy? Got him.
Kill on bot. So you're basically impacting all the lanes. The only person who's having a good game is TA.
Well, to be fair, I think you would prefer to not kill people after Ricky dies. You know what I mean? Like this is really good. One of the most important factors about getting kills in these side lanes is that you're giving your other cores a good game. So
Right.
if you're letting them die and then just respawning and picking up the kills, then it's not really giving them a good game. I mean, somebody's got to do it, right?
Right.
Punishing that is good, but maybe you could have TP'd with that haste and just gone before the invoker killed anybody.
Yep, that makes sense. Optimization wise, phase, double wraith, magic wand.
Not so many people are going for Maelstrom anymore. It's like Blade Mail, Vessel. These are the items.
It doesn't seem great this game either. It's not. There's no illusions to clear. I don't really feel like you need Maelstrom to farm faster on this hero either. It doesn't actually increase your farming speed very much.
I'm just gonna say it. I do think Vessel is your item this game. I think it's insanely good against their heroes.
Yeah, seems good.
You can solo kill their supports. It counters Invoker and it counters TA. The only hero it doesn't counter is Anti-Mage, but you have a Ricky Bristleback. I don't think you need to worry too much about Anti-Mage. You just need to run around winning the game, killing 4 of their heroes. And Blade Mail is good too. You can definitely go Blade Mail first this game. That's fine.
Okay, how do you feel about something like, I know this is super weird, but something like an Orchid?
Orchid's fine. I don't think you need to worry about the Anti-Mage. Like, Ricky should just dumpster that hero as long as you chains him. Ricky does 1 billion damage. I think the build this game is just, oh GG. I think the build this game is just Blade Mail Vessel. I think that's just your build, and your game's gonna go 1,000 times easier. This is like 2 months ago Ember Spirit. This is not current Ember Spirit.
You're like kind of trying to carry when you already have a carry to some extent.
Ricky Bristle, come on, these heroes. You don't need any more damage.
Yeah,
they're gonna shit it out. I mean, it's not like Blade Mail and Vessel don't do damage either. It's just, it makes it so that you're never going to die. You're going to be a huge threat to their supports all the time. You're going to have some utility. You're going to be a threat to the TA, who your Ricky and Bristle can't deal with, but you can.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I see here is that you guys don't really have very good lockdown / like low committal initiation. And so I feel like that should be your playstyle and not necessarily trying to be like a damage dealer. Your job is to be utility, because you don't have the best utility heroes. You've got a save and then you've got like a Coddle ultimate. You don't have some like axe or, you know, an Earthshaker to set people up from long range. You don't have that kind of.
That's what Ember does these days.
Exactly.
Like Ember's like a Puck or like a Queen of Pain, except with more utility.
Yep. Exactly.
Ember just fights all the time. You're just constantly fighting and killing people. That's what you do.
Yep.
You're not a farming split pusher. The days of that is over. You're just running to every single fucking fight, killing people.
Yep. I also want to just say that while Blade Mail is not necessarily amazing against TA because of refraction, it's just a good item in general, and it fixes the issue of you having bad armor stats. Gives you extra damage.
That's a stupid. I saw somebody write that in chat. I think that's.
And it is good against TA once refraction's down, which you can burn through very quickly.
Exactly. So. Like I think it doesn't make any sense to say that for Ember Spirit, because refraction isn't a thing on this hero.
Right.
Blade Mail lets you actually sit on top of her and peel her refraction off because she's not going to hit you.
Yep.
So it's extremely good versus TA. Hey, there you go. Your guys doing the carrying thing. All you gotta do is buff them up.
Yep.
I think your build is honestly it's very simple. I think it's just Blade Mail Vessel, Aghanims. I think that's just what you do. BKB is good as well. I like I mean, you're against some shaker. But the thing is, if you go like BK, or sorry, if you go Vessel Blade Mail Aghanims, you're so tanky that you don't really need the BKB. You're gonna have like,
And you're like never gonna die.
yeah, you have like 3,000 HP because of all the HP and armor and shit that comes from that.
Yeah, I kind of like Shivas after that maybe, or like a Solar Crest as
Oh,
well.
somebody was asking, and yeah, something like that. Yeah, I like Shivas. I like Shivas. Crest is pretty good too. Somebody in chat was asking why go Vessel on Ember, and there's a couple of things. So the whole idea of Vessel on these like damage over time heroes is that the counter to damage over time is regen, and Vessel prevents that. But also, a lot of heroes in Dota are balanced around their abilities being able to like almost kill somebody. So normally you would have to like pair up with some other hero and do some like well executed gank in order to kill somebody. But if you get a Vessel on a hero like Clockwerk or Ember Spirit, then their abilities plus Vessel is enough to kill somebody from full to zero because it's like that little bit of extra damage that you need. So that's why Vessel is incredibly good. And the reason that it's that little bit of extra damage that you need is because it's percentage, right? It's based on their total HP. So you go on somebody at 100%, the Vessel takes them to like 60%, and then your regular damage, which normally wouldn't do that much, will take them for the rest of that 60%. You know, so that's why Vessel is like pretty insane on these heroes. Is because it lets you kill heroes from 100 to 0 on heroes that you otherwise wouldn't be able to without like a ridiculous item lead.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. So they ended up losing this game because TA popped off, and he went Daedalus Maelstrom, which seems like
This is like
pretty useless.
a mix of, yeah, it is like a mix of
Two different builds.
two different builds. And you shouldn't even go that late game anyway, because you should be building these items that let you fight and just be incredibly active to
Yep.
the point where TA shouldn't be able to pop off because she should be locked in her base.
Agreed.
Okay,
All right.
did I write that one down?
Jastraga is next. Pugna position 4, looking for any advice. We lost because our hard carry went emo mode, but just looking to get better at 4. Well, if you're just looking to get better, stop blaming your carry. How about let's start there? Even if you went
GG?
emo mode.
GG?
Your turn to prepare for battle.
That this one is in the bag.
Pugna Axe lane against the Lycan.
To battle.
Seems fine.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just clicked the game stats. I'm so dumb. I was trying to put on last hits and denies. I am such a moron.
Sorry there, bud.
So addicted to Dota, like I can't even. Whatever, man.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Is Axe just cutting? Yeah, looks like he is. Good job, Axe. You're doing the thing.
Has been killed.
That's great. All right, your next thing that you want to do is you want to pull the creep wave. I honestly wouldn't nuke the tower with the level 1 nuke. It's a waste of mana.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh! 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 Oh no! Yeah, you pull that. If your guy's cutting, the only way you get XP is by pulling creeps. Otherwise, you're just kind of standing there like, what do I do? Because there is nothing to do.
Yeah.
All right, nice. You did it. Could have done that earlier. Had it level 2 by now. And then maybe you decrep that guy and kill him.
Very
Yeah,
true.
definitely try. I would say, really, you don't want to spam the Pugna Q at level 1. It's real dog shit.
Yeah, you end up very low mana, which you would love to have enough mana to do your full combo now, and you don't, which is a big problem.
Yeah, killing that creep, finishing it off. That's fine. So yeah, big thing. Just always look to pull. Always look to pull when your guy's cutting like that as soon as possible. It fucks over the enemy team so hard if you do that. I want to see what he wrote about this. Let's see, Jastraga. Looking for any advice. Okay, sure. Anything. Sure. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, playing the lane now. Owning this guy. He can't do shit. Axe is level 3.
Has been killed.
Oh, there's
Ooh,
a
somebody go get that wave. No!
full wave in the
Oh,
tower.
It hurts. Okay. All right. Oof.
That was a lot of experience lost, but it could have been worse. I like this. You're just kind of messing with him, not allowing him to just freely farm these. It's good.
Ah, gets the Sentry D ward. So important. Good job, Shadow Shaman. That's a game-winning Sentry D ward.
I want you to click on their items. Oh, no regen. No regen. We should probably be hitting them a lot more than we are right now. Now that we know that they have no regen, we have 3 tangos and a stick and a headdress.
Oh, GG. You casted the thing. Yeah, really, all that you need to do there is just be there sooner because you just went really late, and so did he. And all of a sudden, this lane that you guys are winning is, well, you're doing okay in this lane, but if the lane was pushed in, they have no reason to be able to get that rune. Axe should also come over to help you get that as well. Like, you guys need to both be running at the bound. It's totally not okay that a solo Shadow Shaman ran and got 2 bounties with how utterly fucking useless he's been. That is legitimately the most useful thing that he's done in this game and probably will do in this game. And it's just because you guys let him do it. Like, you both need to run over and secure those bounties. You have an axe. He just runs behind the wave, spins a few times, and it's dead. So you don't need to worry about, oh, I'm going to lose XP for this. Even if you did, it wouldn't fucking matter because
Bounties
the
are more
gold
important.
from bounty is so worth so much that it's more important.
Yep.
But it's just even easier with axe. You don't lose anything for getting bounties because the wave's always going to be pushed in. So make sure you're calling your core, hey, come help me get this bounty rune if you need help, and go really early. Really punish the shaman. Kill him if he does that.
Yeah, I don't have much more to add. As far as being in position 4, I think that what you're doing right now is pretty good, helping to secure runes and wandering around, looking for spots to be useful, looking for lanes to grab. You don't really want to be with your axe because he doesn't need your help. You have a mid-legion commander and you have a Terrorblade, and all of them are just sitting in the lanes farming, so you're going to be somewhat under-leveled. You can stack.
Yeah.
You can provide vision, which you're kind of doing. You can grab these outposts, which is good.
Stacking is real dank here because you got an axe.
Yep.
And like, you can stack ancients for a TB, and he's so stoked about that.
The crap. Nice. Good play. Space.
Hard for y'all to play down here without the help of, like, either your mid or Witch Doctor. Like, what I'm seeing here is just, for some reason, the laning stage hasn't broken down when it should have broken down like 4 minutes ago. Like, why is there a Witch Doctor still top? You guys just died bot because they broke down the laning stage, but you guys didn't. Like, they rotated the Weaver bot, so you're just playing versus 3 as if you're not. And you want to play a lot safer when that's happening. And the way that you can fix that as a Pugna is by just running at mid, running at top, like running at other lanes other than where your axe is. Because I don't think you want to run 2 heroes into 3. I think that's really bad.
Yeah, I agree.
You're asking for it.
Just go mid and start blasting their tower. That kind of stuff will get rotations pretty quickly most of the time.
Yes, it will. Nice. This suck. Good shit.
Stuff's going pretty well. You guys win this game? They did not.
Shocking.
Tranquil Boots, Aether, Lotus Orb. Thoughts? Oh, Carry destroyed his items. Cool. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Well,
I see.
not much to be said about that. I guess we can go here. Let's go to 20 minutes and see why your carry became emo, perhaps. And then we'll move on.
I have a video about these games that I'm making for my channel. Like, the games that are unwinnable. And how a lot of the Dota 2 community has, like, an obsession with looking at these games.
Okay, so you guys just dive the tier 3s for some reason. Why is your axe at the tier 3s?
He's a chicken, dude. Look at him. Check him out. Dude, look where Legion is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, this is what the fuck am I looking at?
There's like a weaver bug that's kind of just like a giant tentacle cock coming out of the cock with axe hair and an axe sticking out of his back covered in cockroaches.
Bugs on his ass. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Dude, this new axe model is great.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so you guys just dove their tier 3s for no reason when your Terrorblade was hitting towers and lost the fight for no reason.
Not much you can do about that.
Mm-mm. Anything else
And
to
then
add?
did he delete his items after this?
Probably
My
not.
advice there
not
would be
quite.
don't go in and feed like an idiot when your idiots go in and feed like
Yeah,
idiots.
just keep blasting the tower.
That's like the biggest piece of advice that I always say to people, and I can't stress how important I think it is that don't let your team's dumb shit make you do dumb shit. The nature of snowballing in Dota and the nature of being ahead or behind. If a hero has a 2-level advantage, they feel like a god. If they have a 2-level disadvantage, they feel like a cockroach on your boot, you
Yeah.
know, that you can just step on and squash. So if you are surviving 2 fights because you don't go in and feed with your team and you maintain that 2-level advantage, you stay a god. Or you get a 2-level advantage, you become a god. If you go in and feed, you get a 2-level disadvantage, you become a cockroach. So just think about that next time. Like, is this worth throwing your game for? Can you win if you're a cockroach?
And
Probably pretty fucking hard.
And also, another thing to think about is that if your team is going to make the decision that it's going to make you guys throw the game, is there some way that you can stop that game from being completely thrown by that thing from happening? So you recognize in this moment, we are about to do something really dumb. My axe is at their tier 3, my legion's at their tier 3, my Terrorblade's running past the tier 2 instead of hitting the tower. Maybe I should finish off the tier 2 and then run top and then blast that wave and stop that wave from going. And then suddenly you've taken the tower, which means that there's no pressure coming up mid, and you've stopped the pressure that would be top, so that they have no lanes to then go hit your base directly after your team has thrown the game. And in that way, you can take the throw and make it not as big of a throw and maybe just kind of like more of an equal trade.
Right. And that's precisely why. That's exactly what I was getting at with my stupid analogy, is that if one person survives a dumbass fight, it is exponentially better than 0 people surviving, because you can basically pick anything to do on the map, barring like hitting the jungle camps right next to your base, and it's going to progress the game forward by so much more than if everybody is dead. All it takes is one person to shove a lane, and then that creep wave can result in a Rax later on in the game.
Yep.
So you are totally minimizing your opportunities for that to happen if you're constantly running in, and that is precisely how, when high rated players smurf and they play in these like shit tier games, basically how they carry is that they'll be like, this is a bad fight, and then they go get some other shit done on the map when that fight is bad. And then the next time they do that, like maybe one of these opportunities that they take, there might be 3 or 4 of them in a game, but one of these opportunities where their team is feeding, they actually turn into something huge, like a tier 3 or like a lane pushed in that lets them get Roche. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it seems small, but it's actually so goddamn big to just have one person survive, especially if it's you, because you know your teammates don't have brain cells, but you do, and you can go do shit that's really important.
So here's kind of an interesting question before we get into this next one, which is from Sour Cream Chives, who says, so much of Dota Alchemy's advice is don't take bad fights, don't lane normally in bad matchups, etc. But I never have any clue who's ahead by how much or what's a good lane or what's a good fight. What do you have to say to that? Because that seems kind of just like a burden of knowledge thing. Like you just have to play more Dota.
It's, I mean, to some degree, but I can give you a pretty simple flow chart. Like if it's a 5v5 fight, it's probably not good. Like you just, okay, here's the thing. If you're taking a fight and you haven't decided that it's good, it's bad. That's the problem, is people default to taking fights, but the default should be to not take fights.
Yeah.
and you should be fighting for a reason. And so your question flipped on its head, it just demonstrates essentially what the big issue is with how a lot of people in these particular brackets, like probably Ancient, Divine, and below, think about playing the game, is that they default to taking fights, and you should be only taking fights. Oh, my carry Spectre got a Radiance. My carry Terrorblade got a BKB. They are showing on Vision, so I want to fight because I think that's a good idea.
Right.
They're split, so I want to fight because that's a good idea. If you don't have an idea for why a fight should happen, you fucking ditch it. And if you disagree with you, if your team has an idea and you don't quite get it, you ditch it. You believe in yourself, believe in your own judgment of the game, and then eventually you can work on that and make that better. And eventually you'll just, be 6K MMR.
But Jenkins, my teammates will report me or flame me in chat.
Ah, great. You're getting reported by apes. Who gives a shit? Oh no. People who I hate me. Oh my god. Hitler thinks I'm a jackass. Great. I would really not like for Hitler to like me. Obviously that's an extreme example, but you see what I'm saying? It's like you don't care if dickheads hate you. You want dickheads to hate you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do we offer coaching? I'm all coached out recently, man. I'm all coached out.
Yeah.
I did like 40 sessions in 1 week, and good lord.
Yeah, I
It's
took
a
this
lot
week
of-
off from coaching. I
of
have
effort.
coaching sessions next week, and you can check out the links in the description below.
You still using CoachBin?
Hell yeah, man.
Yay! I think I'm gonna probably do some programming on that soon. I know I keep saying that, but
One of these
been
days.
busy.
One of these days. All right, so we are now watching. Do you have this one logged, Steven?
Steven, and okay, so he says, just played this game as of today. Had a great lane. Spectre got super fat, and then we lost in the end. Wanted you to look at the game and see where it all went wrong. Thank you. Sounds good.
Okay.
Let's give it a gander.
Wee. So
Oh.
I don't know. Let's go 10 minutes. Start. See why there's
I'm getting a refill on tea.
a big win rate decrease there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
About 10 minutes in.
Dire's middle tower. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Hey, I gotta ask something. This is personal. Hey, are there any doctors or nurses in chat? Let me know if you're a doctor or a nurse, because I need some medical advice.
Taking medical advice from YouTube chat.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it involves a broken foot. Somebody that I know may have kicked a log, and it might have been me.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on. You don't need your feet. You're sitting at a computer all day anyway.
Dire's
I know.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
I
middle
know.
tower is under attack.
I'm a doctor in pure math. That doesn't count. Unless you can mathematically tell me how to heal my goddamn foot.
Okay. So I'm confused because they're just steadily, the win probability is steadily declining despite nothing bad happening so far. Ah. Is this where it happens?
Oh, Snapfire ulti.
Oh no.
That definitely doesn't seem like a steady decline to me.
No. You guys were just kind of like standing around without any purpose, I feel like. As 5 with Spectre with no Radiance. I don't know. I don't really feel like you want to just straight up fight this team. We kind of just talked about it, right? Why would you ever take a 5-on-5, first of all? Second of all, why would you take a 5-on-5 into 4 or 5 really good early game heroes when you have 3 good early game heroes on your team? Doesn't seem like a very good engagement under any
Was Haunt
circumstances.
up? Was Haunt up for that fight? Okay, so this is okay. Dude, your Spectre's like getting real close to that Radiance. You probably just want to chill and wait for that. That seems real nice to just know that you have this ticking time bomb on your team.
Yeah, I think once you see the Razor up here with the gyro, you probably just don't do this. Spectre haunts in super late. And Snapfire turns. I mean, it's just a bad fight. I wouldn't really say it's your fault. It's kind of just poor decision making by everybody to do that.
I don't see how you guys are supposed to fight them in the early game.
Yeah, I agree.
Where is your team fight? Where is your damage? You have Ogre and Spirit Breaker as supports. These heroes do fuck all in terms of damage in team fight. You have Omni Knight, who's a healer. Your only real damage dealer hero who wants to be fighting at this point is Queen of Pain. Whereas they have Snapfire, who wants to fight. They have Nature's Prophet, who has Wrath of Nature. They have AA, who's going to Ice Blast you. They have Razor and Gyro, two early game cores. You guys played directly into their hand.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of fighting heroes who want to fight, and you have Spirit Breaker Co-op, who are like kind of gankers. Omni Knight, who's a healer who wants to buff up a Spectre or play alone in a lane and make space. And then Ogre, who's honestly kind of fucking useless, just like generic stunner hero. And then Spectre, who at the time was farming a Radiance. And once Spectre gets the Radiance, all of a sudden your team fights look a hell of a lot better. But until that point, Spectre offers basically nothing.
Yep.
So I think just given their heroes and given yours, y'all, it's really hard for y'all to fight them. You're just asking for it by doing that. And you can take fights, sure, if they look good. If the enemy team's doing some really stupid shit, you can go ahead and punish that.
Yeah, if you see
You
somebody alone and Spirit Breaker gets a charge off, go for it. But you definitely don't just like waltz up to their tower and be like, "Hey, we're gonna try and take your tower 5-on-5," because they are happily going to defend that.
I would say with Spectre on your team, you go Bloodlust too. You get at least 1 point in it to just give the Spectre some. Like, this is cool, where you guys just waste their time to make space with an Omni. Love this.
Except
Look at this.
They used Haunt and are trying to fight this.
It's good to start then. Like, the idea behind... Oh, God. Oh, you can't pick a draft like this and then play to fight them. If you're, like... This, once again, goes back to itemization doesn't matter in Dota as much as people think it does. Hero picks don't matter as much as they think it does. You just have to play to the picks. You have to play to the items. If you can't fight without a BKB and you fight without a BKB, you're going to lose. If you pick a bunch of heroes that are good at picking people off and good at playing split and you play to fight a fighting lineup, you're going to lose. So you guys are just playing to the improper timings by taking that fight. That actually looked really good to start. You had a bunch of idiots from the enemy team funneling in to try to kill an Ogre. When I see a Nature's Prophet who's gargantuan sprout an Ogre just quelling blades and runs away, and then Snapfire ulti comes in later, I know it's a fucking disaster for the enemy team. But then Bearer charges in, Spectre haunts in, everybody like re-engages and commits. That was so good. You just need to do that, except without the latter part of throwing to the team that you basically turned their fuck up into
a good play.
Something good for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. All right. Is Awesome Time our next one?
Is this the match where Jenkins griefs with Pudge after embarrassing himself with Timber playing with Sumail?
What?
I don't. Let me see. I did not grief with Pudge. I won that match. Excuse you. I may have gone 4-12, but I did not grief that match. No, that was space creation. You just don't understand my genius.
Okay. No comment.
Also, in that match where I was Timber, let me go to my score. This was bullshit, man. I was 5-5-8 at the end of the game. I had a 1-11, a 4-12, And then even Sufail and Shitsin were negative KDA. I was the only one with a positive KDA. So how dare you? How dare you come into my chat and troll me? You motherfucker. Let's watch that replay. Fuck this. I don't want to watch any of these other ones. Let's just watch my replays.
Are we doing Awesome Time next?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Snapfire male voice pack. I could do a Snapfire female voice pack as well.
Want a cookie? Too bad.
I've played like 2 games of Snapfire, so I actually don't know the
Oh, I've played so many games
voices
of
that she
Snapfire.
does. Let's see. Okay, Awesome Time says. Wait, did I record the last one? Did we just do Steven? We did, right? Steven.
Yeah.
Swelling. I don't have any swelling in my foot. It's just I think that I broke it a while back and I never went to the hospital about it. And it was very swollen and very painful, but then I think it might have healed into the wrong
Nobody
location.
cares. What?
Man, it's come on, man.
Huh? What? Sorry, there's some weird static in my head.
Don't tell me that. First my parents, now you. I can't
What?
take it anymore.
What are you
I
talking
can't
about?
take it. I can't take it. Awesome Time says, any advice will do, Zeus 2, but I'm really looking for help with playing tempo. I knew I wouldn't be able to pressure the TA, so I asked for some rotations on her. However, I never got any, so I tried focusing on shutting down the other lanes as much as possible. I got a lot of kills on the side lanes and got a Wraith King a good game. However, TA ended up pretty much solo carrying the game, and then the CK got big near the end as well. I feel like I should have farmed a lot more and not left lane for as long as I did. I tend to agree with Zeus mid.
Yeah, let's look at your items. This is not enough. 45 minutes in. This is definitely not enough. 198. I don't know. My view on Zeus is that this hero is a carry. Like you should basically just be farming all the time. I don't think that he has enough like escape. Like he has so much damage early on that rotating can be good, but I think that people get kind of obsessed with the rotating. And on this hero, like legitimately, if you just zap creep waves and keep them pushed out until you have like Ags, Refresher, Bloodstone, these kinds of items, you can't lose the game because he does too much damage. It's not possible to beat a farmed Zeus.
Agreed. TA does not do shit to Zeus in the late game, really. Neither does CK. You actually destroy these heroes on the enemy team.
Yeah.
You just clear his illusions on CK and they can't play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Zeus is not a tempo hero. He is so garbage at ganking. It's like trying to gank on Storm, where it's like, yes, technically you can do it. But believe me, I saw Eternal Envy try to do that on Storm. It was not pretty. You show up to a lane, you use literally your entire mana pool for 1 kill, and you walk back mid and just get your ass dumped on because you have no mana.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Like, you take ganks when it's just free kills presenting themselves. Like, you TP in, nuke somebody once, yay, I got some free money. Or you ulti, just like that, which is really cool. You love that.
Hell, half the time you don't even go anywhere to get kills. You just look at what your team's doing, and then you press R, and then boom, golden experience comes into your pocket. Wonderful.
Yep, precisely. Okay, well, I can tell you, against TA, you definitely need to not just stand on her traps. You need to either nuke those and kill those, or you need to get a sentry ward, which I think would even be fine. I understand you have invis detection, obviously, on Zeus.
Against TA, you always go sentry. Always.
Yeah, it's like a sentry you're not going to have to spam your stuff over and over. Like, it'll save you a lot of mana. I was playing against Ricky the other day as Zeus, and I was going sentries because I needed to see where he was. I didn't just need to see... it's like, of course I'm going to see him in fights, but what if he goes on me from invis? Then I'm fucked.
Right. Yeah, you got to preemptively know where he is without having to use lightning bolt.
Do not deward that! Do not deward that! No! Oh, okay. Rule number 1. If there is a sentry ward on a hill and you place a ward on it, never, ever deward it unless there is already a ward that's scouting you.
Yep.
Because sentry wards do not give vision past when they were placed.
Yep.
So that sentry ward will actually make them think that that hill is safe. And
Yep.
the moment you deward it is the moment they know that you have a ward there.
Yep.
So never do that. Never do that. And you will gain so much MMR from that because it's so broken. It's actually so crazy, this trick of placing wards on sentries intentionally
Yep.
to give the enemy a false sense of security. I guarantee that if the enemy team has any brain cells, this ward's getting dewarded.
Yep.
After that.
Yep. Agreed. Yeah. That's something I see all the time. I literally, the other day, I was like yelling at my teammate. I placed a ward, saw there was a sentry, and just walked by it, and then my other teammate started walking towards it. I was like, do not deward that. Don't deward it. And they dewarded it. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Ruining my warding.
That is annoying when people do that. Like, oh, dewarding sentries is so stupid. It's just so unnecessary.
Yeah, unless you have invisible heroes that need to walk in that area.
Yeah, even if there's like, I love when the enemy team has just massive sentries placed in their jungle and I see them and then I ward outside the sentry range. So then they think, okay, there's so many sentries in our jungle. There couldn't possibly be a ward here. And then there is. And then they die. It's really nice.
Yep. Hey, chat, real quick. I want you to describe how it feels to have your teammates deward a sentry when you place the ward on them in emotes in chat, please. Show me your emotion. Or reflect my emotion that I just showed in emotes. I want to see what you guys choose. Anyway, I just really want you to just sit in the lanes. Just de-push lanes. De-push a lane, farm the jungle. De-push the lane, farm the jungle. De-push the lane, farm the jungle until you have 9 million items. I'm not a huge fan of Veil on Zeus. That
was 6 stacking. That was really 6 stacking. I liked that.
With the illusions?
Yeah, that was cool. I just wanted to point that out. That was pretty cool.
See, you don't need to come here. You gotta press that from the opposite side of the map. That's the main thing. I feel like most kills in Dota, it's kind of like you were talking about with the Spear Vessel, right? Most heroes just need a little bit of extra. Are you looking at emotes?
Yeah.
Most heroes just need a little bit of extra damage to get a kill, right? And usually that's the Spirit Vessel or something. But when you have a Zeus on your team, it's just the Zeus ult. That's all the extra damage you need most of the time. Is just that one extra nuke. You don't need Zeus's lightning bolt and the arc lightning and another lightning bolt and the nuke. You just need the ultimate most of the time. Anything else to add to this replay?
No, not so far. I really think the key thing for you is understanding that you're the carry whenever you're a Zeus. You're the carry. Wraith King's not the carry. Your game is way more important than Wraith King's.
Yep.
To get farm.
Let's go look at this death because this looks like kind of when you lose the game.
Oh, they're all dead and he's trying to counter push.
Let's go before you guys lose the game then. Yeah, I gotta say
you don't jungle on Zeus. You very rare, unless it's a stack. It's so inefficient in terms of mana cost to jungle.
Yeah. Also, dude, like, just be in the trees. You can shoot arc lightning from so far away that you just sit in the trees and you never show. You zap the wave 3 times, then you just disappear in the trees. You walk through the trees. Hell, buy yourself a Quelling Blade. You have 2 items in your inventory right now that are doing nothing. Clarity, Bottle. You don't need those in your inventory. Just like Quelling Blade your way through trees, zap the wave, zap the wave, zap the wave, disappear. Rinse and repeat until you have 4 items, and then you just win the game.
You're dying here because you're jungling. You just don't jungle. Like, you never put yourself in a gank. On Zeus, you want to stand like a million feet in trees behind creep waves and zap them.
Yeah.
And then like TP to the other creep wave on the other side of the map, and then do the same.
Yep.
The problem here is like playing right in front of the enemy team instead of just pushing waves. This hero's so garbage at jungling. Never jungle on Zeus. Unless it's a stack.
Yep. Agreed. Okay, moving on. We have...
Okay.
Witch Doctor? Louis? Witch Doctor position
wait,
5?
wait.
Did we already
You
do this
guys-
one?
Wiggs said.
We did that last week.
Oh, we did. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Louis, Witch Doctor position 5. They were smurfing, so we had no chance. How could I improve my laning stage? My carry could not hit creeps at all.
This is also downloaded already. Did we do this one last week?
You said you downloaded this one. Maybe we did this,
I think we did this one last week.
or maybe you just downloaded it.
I feel like I remember this one from last week.
Do you?
Kind of.
I don't remember this one.
It would be at the
Oh,
end.
you know what I can check? I can check the replay IDs in the last stream. Won't that work?
Yeah. I was just gonna say we should just look at the last stream real quick.
Let me see. Beastmaster, drafting, battle cup, centaur.
Okay, I don't see a witch doctor, so maybe
I
not.
don't see a witch doctor. I don't remember. Maybe you downloaded it with the intent of doing it this week.
Yeah, maybe so.
Something like that.
All good, all good. Let's get into it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Can I ask you guys a question? I just see a lot of memeing in chat about the this will gain you 1,000 MMR. Did you guys see Bowie's latest video?
Bro.
He's losing it.
Bro.
He is losing it, dude.
For battle.
Did he delete it? Let me see.
I have no idea.
%99 of Dota players do this and it loses games. It's like those commercials. Or those
Doctors
ads.
hate him.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and then he's just like,
All men hate this alpha male.
oh, and he's just
Personal
like-
trainers dislike this supplement.
He's losing it. I mean, we're all guilty of that at some point. I think it's just unfortunate that as like for a content creator, it's like if you post something about that, it's just there forever.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm sure there have been times where in pubs, you know, let me just tell you something. Yesterday I had a guy feeding in my game, and I was on stream. There's a few people streaming, and I told him that his mom's dildo tastes like his dad's asshole. I said something like that to him. And then I just thought, like, after screaming that at him, I was like, oh shit, wait a minute. People are streaming. I'm very lucky that there wasn't a Reddit thread of like all the shit that I was saying. It wasn't like mean. I was just being really vulgar just to try to fuck with them. I was just trying to be funny. And but oh god, I was like, I had the realization like halfway through that game. It's like, oh wait a minute, people are streaming this, eh?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I could get like a Reddit thread. I feel like people on Reddit would be really offended by that. I know like people at Dota Alchemy would get, you know, I say dumb shit like that, but Redditors, like people would be like, oh, he's serious. He's seriously mad. He's out of his mind.
Maybe. There would definitely be some that would.
People would, yeah, it depends. Sometimes, anyway.
You gotta be careful once you become a personality, as you have.
You do.
What you say.
I'm just worried because it's like maybe some ESL is like, oh, this guy's like a loose cannon. Well, I was really just trying to be funny.
Who'd win at chess between me and you? Definitely me. Have you ever played chess in your life?
I have played chess many times in my life.
Yeah, when's the last time you played chess?
Oh, geez, I don't know, a few years ago. I'm not a big chess player, but you
Okay.
know, I have a math degree. I'm
Yeah.
a nerd.
Okay.
All the people I went to school, they were like, "Oh, I know the I don't know any tactics in chess. I'm going to be totally honest. I was going to try to reference one, but I have no reference that I can make. I have no idea. Oh, the queen 2 to q5 tactic works every
There's
time.
definitely no Q on the chessboard, so.
Okay.
Anyway.
You know the letters? Are you serious?
I mean, not entirely. I don't
Okay.
know the chessboard like that. But
So we both suck dick at chess, is what you're saying. We both probably are just trash.
yeah, I'm just way better than you, though. I know that for a fact.
Well, that's it. That's also definitely what you would say at Dota, and that just wouldn't be the case either.
I wouldn't say that about Dota because it's very clearly not true. However, anyway, moving on. Okay, so Louis says that Smurfs are ruining his games.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Seems like
Are you checking to see if they're Smurfs?
yeah, it was, but I don't really care because it doesn't matter. Why are they better than you if they're smurfing? Because they do basic Dota mechanics better. Has nothing to do with their absurd smurf mechanics. No, they're just better at Dota than you. So let's learn why they're higher rated.
Once again,
Playing.
I think Valve needs to make like a statement against Smurfs. Like they need to like take some action. Otherwise, it's not going to stop. It's there's no fucking way.
Yeah, but what if they do? What if they say you're only allowed one account, and all of a sudden the player pool on Steam charts unique users drops by like 40%? How sad would that make everybody? There would be like a crisis. People would be like, Dota's dead. It was all Smurfs all this time. It's like view bots on Twitch for these Valorant streams. There's no fucking way that Summit's had 250,000 viewers for this line. It's like half of them are bots. Like,
yeah, I guess that's true. I get that would be interesting. But I mean, if the numbers are cheesed already, then who cares?
True. All right. Anyway, you have two ranged heroes that are very good at trading with Lifestealer. So you probably just want to pull. And just continue to pull.
Yeah, you're going to feed relentlessly if you try to do shit in this lane.
Oh,
look. All right, lesson learned. Trading is not going to work.
Yep. The stack.
Okay, go for the stack. Love
Good
it, love
stuff.
it. Once again, I know I say this every week, but you can go for the hard camp pull before doing that stack, and that's a pretty nice thing if you can get that pull off and then also stack. It just lets you do the same thing, but like 30 seconds earlier.
Yeah, also, once you get this pull, go farm these creeps, man. This is how you get experience in gold as a support. You don't stand here. This guy is going to be in danger regardless of whether you're here or not. He's going to get hit by this arrow regardless of whether you're here or not.
What I don't understand is, why are people so obsessed with like standing under tower and get their ass beat? Just pull it to the next wave. It's like right there. I don't understand.
This is my safe lane, and I'm going to hit creeps right here as I have in 500 other games, Jenkins. You can't tell me to go make this game easier when I would prefer to just stand here in the same spot that I've been standing in forever.
Can you go back, actually? I want to look at the status on what's actually going on in the lane, because we didn't see that. I feel like you pulled when the lane was already in a fine place.
It was. Okay, so there's the pull.
We go to the lane. I want to see what's going on with the lane, because
it's already pushing into the tower.
It's pushing in. It's pushing in. So he gets double waved because of this.
Yeah. So that's an important thing. Is I know we stress this over and over and over. Pull, 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 pull. Right? Because it doesn't happen enough. However, if the lane is literally as close to your tower as it can be without being under tower, which it currently is, you don't need to pull.
You walk up and you cast spells on the enemies at that point. And then those spells will push out the wave, which makes it so that you can pull.
Yes.
So you walk up and you maledict and you cask and you just press shit on them. So you do this except before.
Yeah. Because then they walk away because they're afraid of taking damage. Your carry gets the last hits. The lane pushes out, which means that they cannot come contest your pull because they're dealing with the creep wave that's pushing into their tower. And then you get the pull off. And just like that, the cycle continues, basically. You pull, the lane meets right in front of your tower. You go cast spells on them. It gets pushed out. Then you pull again, over and over and over and over and over.
For some reason, it's always Witch Doctors that have this problem. I was even playing with Ellie the other day, and she's playing Witch Doctor, and she's like, what could I have done in that lane? And I literally just said, press your spells off cooldown. Like, something about Witch Doctor's spells makes them feel, like, not spammable, almost as if you want to press them when you're trying to kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But
everybody's trying to get that sick maledict that 100 to zeros people, right?
Yeah, but you're just such a useless support if you're not pressing your spells on people off cooldown. Like, basically, you need to walk up, just throw shit at them. Like, this walking around. And oh, that's good. That's good. But that's a kill because the Spirit Breaker's charging. You see what I mean? You see how much damage it does?
Right.
Like, force this regen out of people. Just cast your shit off cooldown like you're a bot.
Yeah. Agreed. Now go back to base. Get healed. Go
What
back
up,
to base.
Flappy?
Go back to base. Don't stand in the lane with no regen. Especially if you're gonna only send out boots. Okay. Well,
So what were the questions in this? I totally forget.
he just said we lost because there was Smurfs. What could I do to not have a terrible laning stage?
Oh, okay. So it is laning stage.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well-
cast your spells off cooldown. Don't pull when the lane is already pushing in. Loved the stack, but you want to utilize the stack when it's actually necessary to do so.
Yep, right here. Just beat the shit out of this guy. Stun him, maledict him, run at him. I don't know why you're scared. What does he have? 1 Tango and Arcane Boots. You can definitely out-trade this guy. 100%, especially after he misses that stun.
I don't know about out trading him, but it's just like you throw your Q on him and your maledict, and then you run away, and then he runs away because he can't dive into your tower, and then you get 2 free hits on him, and then all of a sudden that's a good trade because
Sure.
your maledict will tick for like a shitload of damage if you get two free hits on him.
Sure. Whatever.
Oh, fuck you, bitch.
Alright, Bradley Dragon Wraith King. Did we definitely covered this one last week, yeah? Maybe not.
Was he offlane Wraith King? I don't remember. I don't think so.
Alright, maybe not.
Maybe we're just doing replays. We're just so enthused about getting so many replay reviews that we're watching them a second time.
We're just trying to make ourselves have as much work as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, why would you work smarter when you could just work harder? You were watching me earlier streaming. Jenkins, do you stream? And what's up?
Very rarely.
Jenkins don't stream no mo.
I don't play for long enough to stream. Play for like 2 hours.
Yeah. I've just been streaming for like a couple hours at a time, to be honest, because I don't even like the idea of this whole like streamer, like, oh, okay, now I'm streaming and it's going to be like an 8-hour stream. I would rather just stream like 2 or 3 games and that's it.
I don't like that either. I can't. My back hurts too much. My chair is like too shitty. No offense to this chair brand, but God, my back
Fuck
hurts.
that chair brand.
I emailed chair brand that will not be mentioned unless they send me a free chair about getting a free chair, and
Nice.
hopefully they send me a free one. That would be really cool.
Hell
I
yeah.
would definitely rep them more than the value of a chair because my back really hurts. Anyway, this is Bradley Dragon, and he says this is just safe lane Wraith King. That's it.
Cool. Give us a little bit more context next time. Thank you.
Bradley Dragon don't give a fuck. Bradley Dragon, I saw 2 missed last hits for literally no reason. I don't know if you're playing on 100, 200 ping or what.
You know what I'm also seeing? The lane at their tower for the entire laning stage.
Yeah, that was strange. Go back. I want to see how the hell that even happened. There was nobody even there. All right, slow this motherfucker down. Okay. So here's what you do. Once your creeps are below 50% HP, start hitting them.
Yeah.
Auto deny them. And I'm guessing what happens here. Oh, hey, Dazzle, don't do that. Okay, what's going to happen here is this range creep's going to start hitting you, which means it's not hitting your range creep, which means now you have 2 range creeps and the wave dies. Okay, this is why you need to auto deny creeps. This is also why you need to not stand directly in front of the range creep as whatever it's attacking dies. And instead, even if you do that, you need to A-click one of your allied creeps to reset the creep aggro of that ranged creep. Because you want that ranged creep to hit your ranged creep. So they both die at the same time, so the wave is static.
Yep.
You guys had a literally free lane versus nobody, and you managed to push it into their base. That is honestly a triumph of science. That is impressive.
or just a travesty of last hitting mechanics.
Here's what you do. Go into a lobby for 10 minutes and
Static a wave.
static a wave. There. You'll never have to do it ever again. And you'll win so many more lanes. You died because you fucked up that first wave.
Yep.
That's why you died, because you let it push out against literally nobody.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. I don't need to see a whole lot from this laning stage. Let's go look at the itemization. Oh. Echo Saber.
Oh my god, Bradley Dragon, what are you doing? What is this?
Why? Why are these your items?
Whose guides are you following? Delete those guides. Just get a Radiance.
I don't understand.
Just get phase boots, get a glove of haste, and then hit the jungle until you get a Radiance.
Yeah.
CCNC said it best. I was in a game with him, and there was somebody on our team that was doing a completely stupid build. And he said, I don't even understand how you can fuck up a build. You literally just look it up. You just use your eyes. He said, all you need to do is have eyes, and you can do correct builds. So just look up what the right build is. And Jesus, Bradley, if you're doing ridiculous builds like this every game, you probably aren't even your rank. You're probably like way higher. Well, I don't know after watching this, but like you can get so much higher rated from just doing the proper build.
Yeah.
Literally just use your eyes.
All right. Do we move on to the next replay? I think we do.
I was telling Ellie about Bradley Dragon. I was like, there's this dude that thinks the enemy team is like constantly hacking. And like 5 people queuing separately. Like he actually did it again. And like, I thought that was gonna be a one-off thing, like, oh, Bradley Dragon's got a crazy conspiracy theory this week, but it's like every week. Is every week, man. Oh, Bradley, dude, you're killing me, man. Jesus Christ. If you guys are ever wondering what it's like in Herald or Guardian,
There you go.
there you go.
All right. Moving on. We have a Weaver replay from Chalupa Batman.
I need a breather after that one. Was the Weaver in the off lane and underperformed all around? Suggestions? Okay.
Whew.
How do we send in clips to be reviewed? Patreon.com/Dota Alchemy. We got a whole lot of other perks on there. About 100 coaching sessions, if you like those. You can listen to us exhaustingly talk about basically every single concept that's ever existed
Yeah.
in Dota for 100 hours.
Yep.
And your replays reviewed.
Man, I feel like we need somebody to edit us like Bradley Dragon's greatest hits as like a compilation to upload at some point. Just like all of our replay reviews of Bradley Dragon's Guardian.
Dude, that's a
and
good
Herald
idea.
replays.
That's a good idea. Maybe we should give it to the gentleman that edited the last one.
Yeah.
He did good work with that. I'm sure he could manage the Bradley Dragon.
Yeah.
Maybe B Drag would be too much for him though, you know?
Maybe.
Okay. So losing 4 bounties against an alchemist, no bueno. Very no bueno.
Yeah, that's like 1,000 gold that he starts out with, right? Or something ridiculous like that.
It's a lot of gold. He basically got first blood as an alchemist.
Sven, Witch Doctor.
So your build this game is rushing Spirit Vessel.
Yep.
I'm assuming that's what you did because there has never been a better Spirit Vessel game than this one. Oh
Mm.
God, that's why you lost. Okay. I don't even need to see this replay. You are
went.
against an alchemist who has 100 regen and 2 billion HP, a Sven who has 100 regen and 2 billion HP, an Axe who has 100 regen and 2 billion HP, and a Witch Doctor who has a heal in one of his spells, and then Rubik who gives a shit. But 4 of their heroes, hard countered by Spirit Vessel. Spirit Vessel, one of the best items on core and support Weaver right now. Like, people are rushing this item. You are playing carry from the offlane. If you are doing this on other heroes as well, I say this with love. I say this as somebody who has gone through this and fixed this as well, because I'm an offlaner. If you are playing carry from the offlane, you are losing a shitload of MMR on every single hero you play because you aren't doing your job.
Yep.
And you don't realize, like, your team is getting fucked for this. You aren't, your team is. And so it seems like you're doing fine in every game, but you're not doing your job, so you're really not doing fine.
Yeah. That's such a good point too, because a lot of the time your KDA, especially on a hero like Weaver, you're going to be feeling great. You're going to have like Desolator, you're going to have, maybe at the highest kills in the game, lowest deaths on a regular basis, but goddamn, your team is going to be lacking everything else that it needs. Because if we look at the itemization, like, oh look, straight damage. Oh look, straight damage. Oh look, straight damage. How does your team survive? How do you catch people? What do you do other than damage?
The funny thing is, it's not even enough damage to kill these heroes because they're so tanky.
Yeah.
You need some sort of percentage magic damage.
Yeah.
If only there was a very meta item on the particular hero you're playing that also countered 4 of their heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you just need a Vessel. I'm sure you played Weaver fine, honestly. It's so hindering to not have a Vessel this game. You just Vessel Medallion. That's all you... That's it. You've Troll, too. You throw a Solar Crest on Troll, he's Beast Mode.
Yeah.
Vessel, Medallion, Aghanim Scepter. That is your build.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Also, get this lane back. It's just been in front of the Sven's Tower the whole time. And you've died 3 or 4 times to Weaver Maledict as a Weaver, which seems like it should be impossible for him to hit you with that. I feel like you're just really not respecting Shikuchi, which, to be fair, is... I feel like Shikuchi is one of the biggest baiting spells in the game for like people that are not really good Weaver players, because you're like, oh, it's like 8-second cooldown. I'm invincible because I move insanely fast and I'm invisible. And then you like Shikuchi in, and you don't get quite far enough around the trees, and you're just in vision as like a 200 movement speed hero, and you just die. And you're like furiously mashing your Shikuchi button, no! And then it just never comes off a cooldown and you're dead. So that's probably what happened like 3 or 4 times in this late
Long
stage.
cooldown. Long cooldown is basically what you're saying. Yes, I agree.
It feels like a long cooldown.
Yes.
Even though it's really not.
You need to be very careful with it.
Yeah.
And especially in the early levels.
All right, let's move on to the next replay, because there isn't a whole lot else to say. Like, you're playing carry, but you're supposed to be an offlaner.
Yep. Big. Very big thing. Very big. Can't stress how big that is.
That, as much as the memes are, that is a 2,000 MMR fix that you can.
We need to stop going higher with it.
That is a 45,000 MMR fix.
2 million MMR, 3 million MMR, 10 billion MMR. Nah, just don't do that. That shit's like... There was a question a while back in Dota and Alchemy Answers on like important problems versus unimportant ones. Like, you miss the last hit here or there. Sure, we laugh at it. We have good fun. Doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
Not building offlane items as an offlaner, extremely important. That's something that could take you from being, let's say you were 6K and you were doing that, and all of your other mechanics are really good. That could be something that legitimately lets you go pro. Like, that is like taking off the weights. Whereas getting better at last hitting, you're like polishing, that's like polishing something.
Right.
Polishing your, I don't know, katana. Let's say you're a fucking ninja, you're using a katana. Taking off 100-pound weights versus just sharpening your blade, a little bit. Like, it's not, it's important, but it's just a little bit, it was already pretty sharp,
Yeah. It's nuts. I played a game with Turtle today. He was 1.5k MMR when he first started watching Dota Alchemy. And now he's like 5.2, 5.3.
Yeah, Turtle was really garbage. Now he owns.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he's good. He's nuts.
We should ask him like what exactly he changed, because that's in a a year span, something like that. Two years maybe.
I think there's a lot of people that we could make content with. Like I'd like to make a video with Hockey Leaner too.
Mm-hmm. Just asking questions like what?
Yeah,
yeah.
Exactly.
What did
like
you fix?
Right. There's a few people that I would love to see what they did.
Yep. So this one is Nugget playing Dark Seer. And he says, I used to play a lot of position 4 for my small little Discord of friends. I tried out Dark Seer for the first time since I really knew anything about Dota. I had a great 6-game win streak on him and suddenly hit a wall where I kept feeling like I was playing pretty okay most of the time, but was losing. I'm new to Dark Seer and position 3 in general, as well as wave cutting. Feedback on my lane would be great, and also feedback on my later game team fights where I felt like I couldn't do anything, even if I lived long enough to wall vacuum stomp. Okay. Well, real quick, I'm just going to go ahead and look at your items. Okay, Greaves is good. Not having a completed pipe is probably an issue. Anyway, I feel like you're focusing a lot on this wall vacuum stomp combo, when in reality, as a Dark Seer, your job is basically just to kind of like zoom around the fight and like press your aura items and just be auras. You don't really have to cast your spells too much, except for like the main vacuum wall.
I honestly think that you're like the biggest thing about Dark Seer is, and I know this is going to sound really boring, but it's casting Surge on the right person. Legitimately, like if you can buff up like a CK so that he can just go ham, or buff up like a Kunkka if Kunkka's huge to go ham in a fight, it's insanely strong. And you just keep your position with like tanking and being strong, just run in and Greaves people and give them auras. And you just like, this hero's a buffer. He's like Omni Knight.
Yeah.
You have to view this hero like Omni Knight. It's like Omni Knight with some team fight. The vacuum wall is nowhere near as important as the Surge. Sure. There's so much skill that you can. This hero skill cap's insanely high, because like you could also view this as like, if you can manage to vac people into boat, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But like Dark Seer is not. You're never owning fights by doing a combo with yourself. It's always with somebody else. You're either vacking into somebody else's spell that's really good, or you're surging somebody who's really strong.
Sure. Okay. So we've seen him just cut a bunch of waves so far. How do you feel about this? Good?
Okay, so what I would say here is, instead of going over and jungling that shit, just Iron Shell the wave. Just put the Iron Shell on the wave and kite it to like the next one, or kite it back to in front of your tower. Like, you don't need to ditch a wave on Dark Seer just because you can't run in and tank it yourself. In fact, I'd say you're taking a lot of damage straight up tanking the wave, when you could just put the Iron Shell on the wave and then kite the wave itself. Like, why aren't you Iron Shelling? Why aren't you just kiting this wave until the second one comes and then Iron Shelling one creep on the wave?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're at super low HP because you're like trying to tank when your hero is not really able to do that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I just kind of feel like the concept is good, but the execution is not really like showing full understanding of the concept in this case. But you can see, I mean, I think that skipping this lane is a good idea. You don't really want to lane against Juggernaut Jakiro. It sounds miserable. So just cutting seems pretty good. But like Jenkins said, use the creeps to your advantage, because they will just damage themselves with the Ion Shell on it. You don't really have to be the source of the Ion Shell damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody in chat is asking about Lukey, who
I was just gonna
builds
say
damage items.
You should answer that question.
Okay, a few things. Number one, he's an exception. He is literally the best Pango on the planet. Number two, he does play mid. He is a mid player. And he's well known enough that if he's playing Pango offlane, people treat him like he's mid. People will pick Kunkkas and stuff mid. Like, people make up for him. In pros also, legitimately people dislike Lukey for doing that, because it makes games really fucking weird. And he's mechanically good enough at Pango, and also that's one of the few heroes that the skill cap is high enough that if you're mechanically good enough at it, you can get a free kill here or there, and all of a sudden you're able to be a core, when that it shouldn't happen. Like, it wouldn't work if you're against an EG or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wouldn't work in like an actual game at that level. So it's one of those like and BSJ says it. I love when he said this. This like really stuck with me when he said it on like video or some stream or something. He said Dota's a game of rules, but there are many exceptions. That is an exception. If you look at like any other high tier Pango player, it's
Ice, for example. It's just all auras and utility.
Right, and also when you have a person who's a hero spammer, there's this person in NA called Azrael, and you might have heard of this person from streams. I legitimately think it's an AI. Azrael's never spoke before, doesn't speak ever. First picks TA every single game, does the literally same thing every game, never ever speaks, never responds to flame, never responds to anything, doesn't even ping, does the exact same thing every game. That person got top 100. They went between like top 500, top 100. So very good. Very, very good to get top 100. That's like pro level. And this person literally first picks TA. How? Because everybody knew that this was going to happen. So people were so bored of trying to counterpick the Azrael TA that either they would like overcommit to it and pick a shitload of counters. And then because this guy knows how to play against those counters, because all he does is first pick TA, they'd lose because they'd be uncomfortable on those counters. Or they would just not counter it and then lose to it. But in either situation, it was literally just people either overcompensating or undercompensating because they know who that person is. And that's how Luki is. Every single person, you have people on the enemy team who pick Pango who fucking can't play Pango because they don't want to play against Luki's Pango, and he gets a win.
Right.
There's like all of these. So it's a really weird special case, and it can really only be brought. It can really only happen by somebody relentlessly picking a hero like that and being the best at it. Otherwise, nobody's going to respect it enough to have that situation arise. But basically, the short answer is it's an exception.
Yep. Okay, back to this replay. I feel like your laning stage is relatively good. I mean, you guys pressured, you're farmed. You could have definitely cut better, for sure. But I think you came out of the laning stage relatively well. What do you want him to do at this point in the game?
Oh wow, that was really nice. This hero honestly just sits in a lane and pushes waves, and then you just push a wave and then show up to like wrap behind mid. This is fine. You're just kind of fighting.
Yeah.
But you're not really super hard committing to fights either. He's just a typical aura offlaner. Like you'd like to push behind the tier, you'd like to push the tower bot and then wrap behind mid and kind of farm that area. That's what you would like to do. And you just do that with iron shells and stuff in the creep.
And sometimes you need to be cutting waves to get the wave onto the tower, but they keep bringing hero after hero after hero to the bottom lane. You just kind of sit there and iron shell the wave onto your tower and wait? What do you do? Do you leave the lane? Do you just absorb the pressure? Absorbing the pressure seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, you just absorb the pressure with iron shelling the wave and you're cool. And then you just go farm triangle, or you send your creep to go cut the wave, because who gives a shit if they kill a creep? Like there's a lot of things that you can do, but playing bot is definitely totally fine.
Yeah.
But running in like a madman is definitely is something that can be a potential throw if you don't see where the enemy team is. I like that you have a ward. I was about to say, if you're going to be playing down here like this, you need to do it around vision. So unfortunately, you have to die for that to be the case. I would say you want to send that ward out before you die. Like you just need to know as an offlaner, once it turns nighttime, like you're going to be the lane that needs the pressure. You need a ward. So it used to be you'd ask your support to do it. It's free now. Just do it. Every single time it hits nighttime, you want to be pressuring an area. Put the ward down. It's just too nice. It's too good. Oh god, that is.
Yeah.
Your vac walls are pretty goddamn nice. I gotta say.
Your mechanics are really good. I just feel like every time you leave the bottom lane, bad things happen. You should just the enemy team is doing you a favor by playing into your lane. Because normally what you want is you want to just create pressure on the map by just like continuing to push in the lane, and eventually they have to stop pressuring your top and come deal with you bottom. But because of how these lanes have worked out and because they're pretty good at depushing, it never really got to that stage, but they did bring like 3 or 4 heroes and left your CK alone to free farm, and they just kept crashing into your Darkseerness. But then you kept leaving the lane going mid, and then they took your tower, and like people got killed.
You got to drop those wards when you're down there. You had an opportunity to drop those wards. A big issue is you're playing around zero vision. The whole map is dark, and you're just kind of holding wards. I would say that's like the biggest throw that I've seen so far, is not placing those wards. I mean, the fight's going okay because they're fighting into your triangle. Wouldn't you have loved to see that sniper if you put it on the cliff there though? Like,
Right.
and now you're trapped. How do you get those wards down now that you're trapped?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see when he actually places the wards. Been like 5 minutes.
Stop playing into them. Stop playing into them. You need to be applying lane pressure. If they dive your team, you can TP and show up afterwards. You've surge. You're very capable of getting to the enemy team. Okay.
Way too much jungling. Way too much jungling on this hero. Like, you're one of the best lane cutters, you know, to create spacers in
Dude,
Dota.
you don't even need to cut the nice thing about Darkseer is you don't even need to cut the lane. You can just throw iron shells on it. It does the job for you. It's fucking really easy.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
drop an iron shell on a creep wave and all of a sudden it's in their base. Like it's so annoying to play against a Darkseer. This is one of the biggest reasons why he's always been a great offlaner, is that he doesn't even need to show up to the wave in order to push it. You just put an iron shell on the creep wave at your base and it eventually makes its way to the lane and clears it.
Yep. Yeah. That's just the biggest thing that I see is you're spending so much time jungling, which is creating no map pressure. And if you look at your team, you and Kunkka, and I guess the Shadow Shaman all have wave clear, but nobody is clearing waves. And so they're just constantly pushing into your side of the map. You guys are getting choked out. You're down by 11k. And if you look at the kill score, pretty freaking even. It's not like you guys are getting out fought constantly. You're actually probably out team fighting them because they have more net worth than you and you're still winning these fights. So stop hitting creeps in the jungle and just pressure the lanes until you're on the enemy side of the map. And then after you pressure the lane, you can dip into the jungle, get a little bit extra farm, and then pressure the next wave.
Yeah, jungling is like the cherry on the top, but you're not going to be, buying cherries if you're not eating ice cream. It's like,
Unless you're
let's
making
say-
pay, but that's a totally
Yeah.
different style.
Well,
of
then you
dessert.
need then you need like the crust and everything too. It's just
Right.
You're just going for like the what's it called? Garnish. That's a word, right? You're going for like the garnish on the dish as opposed to the actual dish itself. It's like that's just the little extras. You're taking the extras first.
All right, I've got a
And-
better one for you. So
Okay.
you're baking a cake, right?
Okay.
You have all the ingredients for your cake, and then
Yep.
you get one of those tubs of frosting that you're gonna frost the cake with. But you're just sitting
I
there with a spoon,
see.
just in the corner, just eating frosting from this tub. You're not
Yes.
even baking it. You're just
Oh, I love it. I love it. And it's the absolute like greed factor of it, the gluttony. Like I love that. That definitely reflects the jungling thing in Dota, like for sure. It's just bastard eating a tub of frosting. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, I have to actually scroll and find the replays now because so I believe we're at Myra.
Damn, we've already done 10 replays. Holy shit. Go.
Oh, we have, yeah. We're fast and furious. Lee masturbating.
Ha
Got him.
ha. Ha
Oh, okay.
ha ha
Relax.
ha
Hey, relax. All right, I'm gonna take a leak. I'll be right back.
ha. How are we doing, chat? Now that Jenkins is gone, I want you to tell me in emotes exactly how you feel about Jenkins as a person. When's the OnlyFans dropping? Well, let me tell you. I might have a special link to Jenkins's OnlyFans account. All videos unlocked. But I'm not going to give it to you because that's mine for my personal use, you know? Takeout, sanitizer, peach, nice. You got this. Virtual hug. 2 men holding hands. Nice.
Oh God, do you tell chat to do icons again?
I said
Jesus Christ.
have them tell us what they think of you as a person with emotes.
Dog shit. Takeout. Two men holding hands. Pill? I don't get that.
Are you red pilled? Are you blue pilled, bro?
Is that
you red pilled?
Can I? I'm a huge boomer. So, is red pilling? Is that just when you're like woke? Is that what that is?
It's just the Matrix thing. Like
I know it's referencing the Matrix, but that's like wokeness, right? If you're like, if you know about
except
society and shit like that.
I think it's more so like red pilling is like the phrase red pilling would be you're like, oh, like about like the government conspiracy theories. You know about like this kind of stuff.
Sure. Okay.
But
Red
also,
is woke, apparently.
yeah.
Flavio says. I swear to God, I have to look up memes on the daily. Like, I do not. All I do is just play Dota. That is all I do. So I'm constantly having to look at people reference movies and shit. I'm like, I don't watch movies. I don't listen to music other than rap. I don't really watch shows. I just play Dota. That's all I fucking do. I play Dota and Minecraft. If you want to make some Minecraft references, that would be sick. Like, I'll get those. Like, reference like Elytra or something like that, and using Spectre parts to repair Elytra. I get that. Donnie doesn't even know what I'm talking about because he doesn't play Minecraft.
No idea. All right, Myra Clockwerk.
Creeper. Nice. Those are in Minecraft. Yes.
I do know what a creeper is.
I tried to implement some of the things you mentioned in my previous submission, but with this game, I honestly don't know what went wrong. It was a crazy game, a lot of fighting, and then we started losing badly. Okay.
Wee.
Whoa.
Wee. Okay. So should we just go to like
Kilimanjaro there?
Should we go to the important parts since we've done a bunch of Myra replays. Myra's a good laner.
Sure. Dude, I would totally start a Dota Alchemy Minecraft server.
Do it.
I would 100% do that. People are gonna break my shit though. I know people will come in and fuck with things.
All right, so you guys start winning at this point, I believe. Take a good fight mid, get some kills. We got Spirit Vessel going for Halberd against Monkey King Ursa. Love it. Love the itemization.
Are we offlane Clockwerk or
Position 4
clock? Okay, so I don't feel like Halberd on 4 o'clock is that appropriate. I think that's like a core thing. I would say like 4 staff.
What if nobody is building the Halberd? I know status resistance is really good and all that stuff. It makes it more of a core item, but what if nobody else is buying it? This is like
it's just
such a good Halberd game. Such a good Halberd
game. But it's just like it's so garbage against melee heroes, and Ursa has status resist too. And I would just rather you like force somebody out to save them from these heroes.
Wait, you said Halberd's garbage against melee heroes?
Yeah, it's worse against melee heroes. It lasts like 2 seconds less, or 2.5 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, they changed that in like a few patches ago. Yeah, 3 seconds.
Shit.
2 seconds unranged.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, they changed that. I recall it was back in the patch when OD was really overpowered.
Okay.
And I can't remember if they made it so it lasted longer on ranged heroes or if it just lasted shorter on melee heroes, but something OD was too OP, so it had to last 5 seconds on him. So yeah, I would say Force is like way cheaper and does like essentially the same thing.
Sure.
For a support clock, but they got a lot of melee guys. It's a nice clock game.
Yeah. Against the Earthshaker, finding the Disruptor on the back lines could be really nice too.
Yeah, definitely. Just disrupt fights too. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nice pick. Really nice pick.
And your Spirit Vesseling the Monkey King. Perfect. Good spell casting thus far. Oh. Running in. Okay. I just want to point this out because this is something that I see a lot of people doing incorrectly.
Right clicking on
Yeah.
heroes that just don't do fuck all. Like they do fuck all with the right clicks.
Yeah, you need to really think about your spells as like a cycle. And if you have no cooldowns up, you should probably not think about right-clicking heroes. You should think about positioning yourself to be most effective when your cycle restarts, which is going to happen in a couple of seconds. So where should you be that is going to stop them from retreating or stop somebody from dying when you have your cogs up in 3 seconds, when you have battery assault in 5 seconds? Where's the most effective place for you to start casting those spells again from? It's definitely not melee range against an axe when you're adding, you know, probably like 70 damage per right click.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, you win the fight, but the idea is some fights it's more important than others. Some fights that can be like super game losing.
Right. Okay.
I would also get a windlace on Clock. You always want a windlace.
Movement speed's so good. He does have the brooch, so maybe that's why I skipped it.
Oh, get both. Get both. It's nuts to have both. It's not like it has diminishing returns or something like that. You just move faster.
Yeah, I want to commend you for spending so much time trying to keep this bottom lane pressure because nobody else on your team's doing it. So I do like that. It's buying your Morphling a pretty good game, looks like.
Yeah, I like the Yules against Axe. Honestly, I like the Yules against all of their heroes. And here we can see where the Halberd did fuck all, and if you had a Force, you can survive that.
Yep. Force Yules sounds really good, actually.
Force Yules does sound really good.
Counters all of their heroes, basically.
Yep. Stops the Monkey King ult, stops his jump, stops the Axe from doing any damage. You can stop the Ursa once he uses Enrage, because for some godforsaken reason, Yules doesn't get reduced by status resist. That was cool.
The snipe. Okay, so you guys just lost a fight. Or you traded evenly while you had been winning most of the game. So you need to start thinking a little bit about why the game is maybe becoming a bit harder than it was otherwise. And that's probably going to... Is that the power spike that it was? Also, the Morphling doesn't have BKB against the Disruptor, and he got stuck in the storm. So
yeah. There's a few things.
Yeah.
You get a BKB on Morph, there's zero way that they win with their heroes. There's no way.
Yeah.
Morph out carries their heroes by like a huge margin. Oh, love the positioning. Oh my god, so beautiful.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Vessel him! Vessel him!
Just hounding the Earthshaker. This is really good. Yep. Forces out a terrible Echo Slam.
That is exactly why you won this fight. Your positioning was superb.
Yep. Uh-oh. Are you guys going to throw going high ground? Okay, let's go back, because this is where the game starts to turn for the worse.
Don't do that! Oh god, no spells. Running into no vision. Oh, it's like people get bored when fortification happens, and it's like, kill them! Just back off to safety and then hit the tower.
Right.
The enemy team will have to fight you if you're hitting their tower, so make them come to you. Don't go into them.
Yep.
God, Morphling dying over and over is just so disastrous, and you do not want to be called with him either.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's kind of going back to the cycling in and out of team fights. I feel like, what's the point of you ever being that close to anything? Like, you have a Tide as your frontliner, and then you are this like disruptive force. If you don't have hookshot, just kind of be on the edges of the fight, wait for somebody to run in, or if the Axe blinks in, then you can cog him away, maybe, that kind of stuff. Again, it would be really nice to have a Yules for that purpose, but I still feel like you can do your job by just kind of being on the periphery of the fight. You don't need to be the center. I think everybody kind of just wants to like be in the center of the action, and most of the time, that's the worst place to be.
When you have no spells, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But look how this tower's falling. This is like, you guys just got bored when it was fortified, and you go dive them and try to kill them because it's like, well, nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Just wait. That's the second replay we've seen where that happened, where like the fort happens and then the Radiant dives like at that exact tower.
Yep. All right, so you're ahead by 3K. You go up high ground. You find a bunch of people.
On your own, totally on your own. Be very careful with this, you psychopath. Oh my god.
That was a pretty insane
maniac.
hook shot. Pretty insane hook shot.
Oh god, it's nice actually.
Will it work out? There's the BKB.
Same thing, running in just to right click.
Yep.
You're so tanky though. You're so tanky.
But I feel like it does kind of show that you're focusing too much on like your own kills or whatever. Like, where is your course? Why is Void Spirit dead? Why is Morphling in trouble? Your job is always, as a support, to enable your course. So even if they're bad, even if their positioning is bad, you can still kind of help them win these team fights better. Like right here. Okay? You're chasing this Earthshaker for a kill, running into Monkey King ult, getting potentially Echo Slammed with your team, and now you're just like in Monkey King range, getting Monkey King, giving him Jingu stacks while your Morphling is man fighting somebody that you could be helping him win a team fight against, or win a little like skirmish with. So really think about like your team fight as a whole, you know? Sorry, that was like a really weird little rambly ramble.
That was just a mad psycho initiation is all.
Yeah.
And you guys need to play for your Morphlings BKB. That's really it. And you need to play for like a Yule's timing against this Axe otherwise.
Yep.
I think this is very much so just like running in and fighting once again, defaulting to fighting instead of fighting for like particular reasons, like item timings and stuff.
Right.
Like Morph BKB, he can't die ever, really. Yule Scepter on you, then it's way harder for them to kill anybody because you can just deal with the Axe.
Yeah, I mean, Axe basically becomes a non-hero at that point. Until he gets BKB. Oh, Morphling gets caught out alone. But a lot of this does kind of come back to the fact that you gave them an opportunity to come back into this game with that insane initiation.
Yeah, I would consider this fight to be a snowball from that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens, negative or positive.
Void Spirit keeps dying. Yeah, the Void Spirit is really falling off. He keeps getting killed over and over. The Echo. Alright, game over.
Extension of the crazy initiation. For sure.
Yeah, I see this a lot with heroes that are, you know, primarily aggressive heroes. If you don't have anything to do, you try too hard to continue to be aggressive, and you gotta just relax. You gotta just chill.
There was some really cool shit in there, though. I do want to commend you for your focus on the Earthshaker in a lot of those fights.
Yep.
Like, there was really good stuff as well. Emo says, time for some Herald hilarity. I've been queuing position 4 and 5 exclusively for so long that when I started queuing for mid, safe and off, I didn't realize I got safe lane this game. I selected Venge and bought all my support items. Just after placing my ward, my teammates started yelling at me to get to bottom safe lane. I owned my mistake and quickly grabbed a core guide and shifted gears. Other than not making this mistake in the first place, is there anything I could have done better in this game? After realizing my mistake, I feel like I changed gears pretty well and was very happy I hadn't picked Disruptor. Should have gone back to base and sold. Should I have gone back to base and sold everything and bought different starting items? I really doubt it. I did a little warding in this game because I didn't feel like what my supports were doing. I didn't like what your supports were doing, and that brought the flame, and I got yelled at some more to stop supporting. I ignored this and carried on. Any advice on role switching mid game? All right, we'll see. No, your items are whatever. Oh, geez, no regen, eh? But whatever. The thing with itemization these days is that you can just send courier out with items on it anyway, so it's really not that big of a deal.
Yep.
If you fuck up your items. And okay, I can tell you one thing about this game. They have a Broodmother mid, and you guys are putting Bloodseeker mid instead of Legion Commander. That is a huge mistake. I know this is Herald. I'm aware this is Herald, but I'm just saying, like, you have the answer to Broodmother, and you're putting a Bloodseeker mid. I'd rather see a Bloodseeker off lane.
Yeah, this is actually a very sad state of affairs, because right here you've got your strongest laner going up against a hero that just does not give a shit.
You could actually do you could do Venge off lane.
Yep, Bloodseeker safe.
Legion mid, Bloodseeker safe, and the game is so easy.
Yep. But instead we've got Legion Commander against a hero he can't pressure, one of the few, and a Skywrath mage. You've got the Bloodseeker against a hero that's going to destroy him. And then you have two extremely slow, extremely short range heroes against two very long range heroes with high damage. So you're going to get completely bodied in terms of harass this game. gonna be very sad.
Looking rough. Mangoes and Clarity on Nature's Prophet, starting with TP first. Good lord. Jesus Christ. His name is Harold, and he's an Herald. What the hell?
Yeah, you need to use your courier and send out 2,000 instead of tangos right now or something like that.
Yeah, okay. Rule number 1 of Dota. The moment that the laning phase starts, you send out regen on the courier. No matter what. I don't care what role you are, what hero you are, you send out regen on the courier. So that when you get to this point, it's already there. You have to preempt it. You can't send it when you need it because the courier is slow as shit. You have to assume that you're going to need it.
Yep. Yeah, just look at the heroes that you're laning against. And unless there's no heroes in your lane, you're going to need more regen than you have, period. So,
no matter what, it's just you'd rather have extra selves than not enough selves.
How do you feel? How do you feel about a Quelling Blade on Venge?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This is a melee item. You'd never buy this on ranged heroes.
5 damage for ranged heroes. Oh my god. It is 5 damage. That is garbage.
Yeah. Also,
waste of a slot, really.
Yeah, waste of a slot, waste of 150 gold. So, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. This hero is not a good position 1 right now. However, it has been played as a position 1 in the past. I feel like you kind of need to play it as a utility core, which means that you're probably going to go for auras. In way old times, it was like Mask of Madness Silver Edge on this hero, but BKB, I don't even know if that's good. So yeah, just focus on being very tanky, building Vlads probably, and just making yourself as difficult to kill as possible.
You know what? It is Quelling Blade against natures. I actually don't mind that. Now that somebody said that in chat, that is true. I don't know about going 4 minutes into the game though, and you can just have tangos.
Yeah, I feel like you just buy tangos.
A late game Quelling Blade is not bad.
You have swap. You don't need it.
I mean, I think if Arteezy's playing Venge, he gets a Quelling Blade, but not at 4 minutes. He gets it at like 15 minutes or something.
Maybe so. I also think that if you're gonna go core, you probably just max your aura, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think probably
the attack range, the primary attribute. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. You'd probably max the W second.
Yeah, or a W. You get 1 point in this just to set up at some point. Other than that, oops, couple deaths. I mean, this lane seems pretty unplayable based on how things have gone so far.
Has there been 1 pull?
No.
Herald is wild.
Jungling on Venge.
Pull the lane.
Doesn't sound very fun. Ganking. Well, you're not really playing carry, let's be honest. As far as your question about role swapping mid-game, honestly, I think that you should probably just continue to play support. Like, if you buy support items and you're supposed to be the carry, just continue to support. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. In Herald, probably. I feel like you said, this just isn't carry. You are... Let's see.
You have 26 last hits at 11 minutes.
Shaman has 17, so you guys are just kind of splitting this lane.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with just having like some up-tempo kind of like dual off-lane almost type thing where you guys just like group up behind you in your auras and run down lanes. In like a vacuum, that might be okay. In this game, I mean, you guys are getting brooded hardcore.
It's such a horrific Venge core game.
Yeah.
Legitimately. Like, you're against an illusion hero and then a summons hero with 0 way of killing creeps.
Yeah. The only hero that you're actually good against in this game is like Nature's Prophet and maybe the Skywrath Mage, but that's from a support standpoint, not really a core standpoint.
Swapping like a core Vengeance into a Skywrath ult seems legit.
Yeah.
Your Legion goes mid. You do not go mid. You probably want to just hit creeps somewhere. Hit jungle creeps. Jeez. Do not max your stun. Do not max your stun. You need to hit creeps if you're carry.
Yeah.
You need to get farm. You are not farming. You are spending all of your time playing support.
Yep.
You are dewarding. You are warding. Finally, you're doing the right thing when your illusion spawns. You need to just whack creeps. And if you need to go top in order to do that, go take top.
Yeah.
That's fine. So yeah, finally after 16 minutes, you're like doing the right thing, which is just hitting jungle. Like you need to get net worth. That's the job of a carry. And then showing up to a kill afterwards, like when it just looks good, that's fine. I actually like that.
Yeah.
You were jungling, some shit happened nearby, so you show up and hit some people. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, that's good.
I do like that you're taking Ancients. This hero's a good Ancient farmer, but unfortunately there's a Broodmother. And Legion really desperately needs to run at this Brood, because otherwise you're going to lose.
Yeah. Also,
And I think in order to get Legion to do that, you just go take Legion's lane.
Yep.
Fuck
Yep.
this guy.
Yeah, also you have to get Vengeance Aura as a core. Like this is your bread and butter. It makes you actually like a real right clicker to some extent with your bonus attack range.
Let's see, what are the boots? Did we go treads?
Yeah.
Oh,
Treads,
yeah,
double
treads,
Wraith
okay,
Band. Let's look at the final itemization. Sanjin Yasha, Force Staff. I like Manta over Sanjin Yasha against the Silence.
I would honestly, this hero's so slow at farming that if you're a carry and you want to play for the late game, I would honestly go Maelstrom.
What about like Radiance as a very tanky?
That honestly wouldn't be that bad. That really wouldn't be that bad.
Like Radiance Manta style or something like that seems pretty good.
Dude, that legit seems fine. That legitimately seems totally fine.
Yeah.
But you need some sort of farming item or you are going to mega fall off because this hero is, especially maxing stun, this hero is garbage dog shit at farming.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you know, essentially you're playing like a pseudo support / core, which is just, we've talked about this many times. There's roles for a reason. There's jobs that need to be done in every game of Dota, and if you are trying to do part of one and part of another, chances are you're just going to do both poorly, which is going to make your team feel very imbalanced because you're not going to have important jobs being done.
Yeah. Agreed.
Alright.
Okay. I will get you another replay. How many do you want to do? You want to go until midnight?
Was
For
that
me?
15 more minutes?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
midnight.
Let's do that.
Okay. Let's see. And then maybe we can just download all of the other replays or something for next week.
Yeah, we can download them, but going forward, people should just kind of know, like,
Resubmit other ones
yeah.
for next week.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So the next one is Wixrum Spectre. God, there's a lot of newbies. A lot of newbies in here.
Yeah, it's awesome. We've got a lot of new patrons. And speaking of which, I just want to shout this out because we're coming up. We're about halfway through the month. If you are not a patron and you want to see some dank content, we have an upcoming stream, which is going to be me and Jenkins duo queuing. Unlisted, only for patrons. You guys get to pick our heroes, pick how we play the game.
In ranked.
And the last time we did this, we won an 18-minute game where we stomped as carry techies position 5 Pudge together in lane. So
That we did somehow.
So if you want to see stuff like that, check out patreon.com/Dota Alchemy.
That was probably the most fun game of that stream. I was Techie's carry.
By far. I had so much fun playing
Somehow.
Pudge too.
I was expecting that to be garbage. I actually enjoyed it. I kind of want to do that again, Techie's Pudge.
Yeah, I'm down.
I kind of like that. Yeah, we're shrimping it up over at Dota Alchemy Patron. So if you're a big Plankton fan, hit us up.
True that. True that.
You could even request for us to play some Core Wyvern, but that would of course be too easy because that's obviously incredibly
Just the
incredibly
best.
easy.
Just the
Yeah,
best.
exactly. Elizabeth Leones. That's a very fancy name. I actually like that name. Is that from like
Prepare for battle.
Sherlock Holmes or something?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's look it up. Hopefully. All right. Incognito.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's an anime character.
A beautiful young woman of slender yet curvaceous figure with a big bust and regular height.
Well, now we know.
Alias, Apostle of the Goddesses, Cursed Goddess, Big Sis, Ellie. Hey, that's my girlfriend. What is this from?
Now we know.
What
Wait,
show is this from? I don't understand.
Can someone link that Techies Pudge game? Nope. Patreon exclusive, but there might be a piece of content about it coming out soon. We'll see. I keep trying to convince Jenkins to make one.
What is that? My job? Is that what I'm doing?
No, I'm just saying we need to do it together.
Oh yeah, we do. We do. You're right.
Okay.
It wouldn't be the same if we're not both commenting on that game.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So she, I assume it's a he because he's weaving it up with his name. No context, just Spectre. So let's go ahead and look at the scoreboard. We've got a bunch of big items. We lost to a super farmed PA.
Seems about right for Archon bracket. PA, good
Yep.
hero in this bracket.
Game went south at 20 minutes, so let's go to 20 minutes. I don't really care about the laning stage. You're a Spectre, you hit creeps. I'm assuming that there were probably no pulls happening because this is Archon, but that's irrelevant. Okay. 20 minutes in. We still don't have our Radiance. We just bought our Relic. It is flying to us. Hopefully.
Would be careful about pushing these waves when there's no vision. I also just wouldn't show up to fights unless you have Haunt. I would completely ignore the fact that they exist.
Yeah. Also, you had 4,100 gold. You bought a Relic at 4,100 gold. Why not just buy it at 38 and increase your farming speed by an additional 60 damage? Like, that effectively doubles your damage almost.
Yeah.
To make you farm much faster towards the rest of the Radiance. And then you still just have the Relic. You have 3,800 net worth sitting in base right now.
Dire's middle tower
Just sitting there doing nothing.
Get that relic. Get that relic. Free gold. Extra gold. Oh, hell yeah. Hitting creeps. All right, enemy team runs bot. Go hit creeps top. Cool, cool. You really want that relic, though. Let me tell you. You would really like that relic. Speed up this farming.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's
Woods Manning,
is under attack.
Jenkins likes to say.
I would say use the Quelling Blade instead of daggering so much. You can just Quelling Blade yourself slowly there. Need a TP. All right, you got a TP. Cool, cool.
Alright, the first Haunt fight with Radiance was initiated by the enemy team. Okay? So I just want to see how this goes down. Do we move our camera or do we just press Haunt? We do move our camera. Does this look like a good fight? Pause.
Oh, the Mars can die. The Mars looks like he can die in this fight.
Mars can die. What
This looks fine. Well, let's see. What do we Snapfire ulti?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you just press Snapfire ulti and Haunt and completely obliterate this fight.
Alright, there's the Haunt.
Where's the old Snap ulti? Where's that at?
Coming in now.
Oh, there it is. Boom, boom, boom.
Alright. PA kills your axe.
How about that?
Boom.
Looks pretty good to me so far.
Kill that Mars. Kill that Mars.
Your team is trying to deal with the PA. Oh.
Uh-oh. Actually, you know what? camera positioning. Let's go back and look at that from a free camera perspective.
Yep.
It looks like the backlines are getting gone on, and you aren't helping the backlines.
Yep.
So the backlines are 3v1 right now. The PA is out of position. You definitely go on the PA.
Yes, 100%.
When he gets on your Zeus, that is Big Daddy right there.
Dude,
That
this
is Big
guy
Daddy.
instantly dies if you're here, pretty much. See what he does? Actually, the PA does the correct thing, right? The
Yeah,
PA
he
does...
goes on both the carries are like going for just the back line, or they're like splitting. The carries are, look at this, look at this. Both of the carries are like splitting the fight.
Yep.
Oh
Which
my
is
God.
which is correct most of the time.
Not when the PA is killing your backline Zeus and the fight is already won, and all you need to do is kill the most important target, which is the PA.
But what I mean, at the beginning of the fight, this is the correct move from the carries, is to go to the back lines. But he realizes that you are out of position before you realize that he's out of position. And as a result, he comes back to his back lines and punishes you. You gotta protect your back lines, though. That's really important. You gotta always be moving your camera around, looking for the important heroes, and not just kind of like zoning in. You know, are these heroes really that important to kill, or is it the PA that matters?
Don't listen to us. All right, here's where you go kill the backlines right now. Okay, but don't listen to us. Listen to a TI winner. Owie made a video about this, protecting your backlines.
Yep.
Would highly recommend it. He basically described what's happening here and why it's good to do what we're saying. That's basically what Owie is saying in that video. And
that's what I was trying to reference, actually, is that if you don't protect your backlines, then this is what happens, right? Like, just imagine if instead of chasing the Mars away, you just sat next to your Zeus, and the PA makes the same play, because he probably will, because he's like, ooh, I see a Zeus, I'm going to go kill that guy. Then you just instantly turn and kill the PA, fight's over. Game's probably over. But instead, PA gets a rampage, because he just picks off your backlines while you're off not doing that much damage. Then he turns, picks off you, picks off your team afterwards, and suddenly you have a massive PA problem.
1,300 gold PA.
Yep.
Worth a lot, or 13,000, I should say. And here is where we don't fight until we have Haunt again.
Yep.
Spectre, pretty easy. Just rinse and repeat.
All right, here we go. I'm going to assume that you probably target their backlines and allow the PA to kill your backlines again.
There's no PA there, so that's why this fight's so easy.
Okay.
This is a really, really good fight to take.
Yes.
Probably not on purpose, considering the bracket, but look how much damage the Zeus is doing with you.
Yep. All right.
Careful, you're chasing far again. Stay near your team. Play near your team. Your Snapfire's back there. Just make sure. Oh, there it is. All right, now this guy can... Oh, he's got a BKB now. A lot harder to kill him. Axe does not have taunt. Oh, that's too bad.
Oof, you got arrowed too.
Oh, God, that is unfortunate. Oh, he fucked up.
The bait of a semi-low HP Spectre.
Yes.
All right. You don't have Haunt. You're kind of just running towards your team. This hero has...
You play completely far away from your team. You never TP to where your team is. You TP top and then Haunt in.
Yep. This hero has the best superpower in Dota for a carry to have, which is that you don't have to be anywhere near your team ever, and you can beat every fight that you're supposed to be at. So, that's how you play Spectre.
Oh, backlines again. You guys are split. You're splitting the fight.
Yep.
Look at what's happening back there. Your snap's getting gone on by Mars.
Yeah, and you're going on their tankiest hero. These two heroes, Zeus, Snapfire, these heroes will win you the team fight. If you just exist in front of them as a wall, they will win you the team fight with their damage. You don't need to kill anybody. And rest in pepperonis.
Also, fighting into the Viper is really rough for you because he breaks you, and then PA just destroys you.
Yep. Yep.
He breaks both of your passives, so You become mode extremely squish.
Mode creep is what you become.
Yes. All right, we're gonna do one more.
Is that all you can handle tonight?
I mean, I can do more. I don't really care.
How many more do we have after this? How many people are we not doing if we do this?
Let me see. Okay, let's see. Double MXM. Okay, let's see. I'll give it a gander here. 1, 2, 3. Did we just do awesome time? Oh no.
We did awesome time earlier.
Oh, we did. Yeah,
much
we
earlier,
did.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Yeah, he submitted another one this week. So
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Mira submitted another one. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're not getting through all of them tonight. That's not possible.
No, we can go to like. Are you tired, or do you want to go to like 3 hours flat and call it?
What are we at right now?
We're at 2:35.
Oh, I can do 3 hours. Yeah, I can do 3 hours for sure.
Okay.
Just let me use the bathroom real quick.
Sure, no
Taking
problem.
a leak. Tea's moving its way through. For fuck's sake.
All right, I'm gonna stand up for a minute as well. Sitting a lot. Be right back, stream.
High chairs. Oh, I guess he's gone. Whatever. Fuck that guy. I don't trust him anyway. Never trust a divine player. Yo, what up, Flampy? Yeah, nice emotes. Good emotes going on. How was urinate? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I had to touch a dick to piss, which is pretty gay. So I never like doing that because I'm straight. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. In my opinion, if you masturbate, you're definitely gay. Like, that's jerking a dude off. That's gay. 100%. So I don't do that. I don't do that sort of stuff. Some new earphone. Look, look what I've done to it. It's got wires coming out. Oh god. I need to order some more off of Amazon. It's hard. I live in an apartment, so I can't get them delivered here. I have to get them delivered to my dad's house, and I feel bad about that. You know? Don't wanna over shrimp my dad, you know. We've already got a good sort of relationship going on shrimp wise, and I feel like that'd be kind of over shrimping him. Pissing while sitting down is the future of humanity. I'm open to that. I'm open to that.
All right, I'm back.
Hey, how's your piss?
It was good. I had to let my dogs inside too.
I was just talking with Chad about how it's gay to take a piss because you have to touch a dick to do that.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think it's an interesting take.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That must mean you think that it's good.
All right, let's move on.
Okay. I mean,
Get
we've
the
had a great.
Leviathan gang back together.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know what Zebra's up to these days. Warm take. All right, next replay is MCMLXX. He says, Clock 4, don't need to watch the replay, just want item feedback. Feel like I stick to the script of the build guide every game and have started to think more about items to buy to counter enemies or support my team. Anything that would have been better to buy or missing from our team in general, mainly at the 20, 30, 40-minute mark.
Okay, let's look at it. Hello?
Hello? GG?
Load. Load, please. Load, please. Thank you. Phase, Spirit Vessel, Blade Mail.
Wait, let's see. Are we
3,
4? This looks like we're 4 Clockwerk. Okay, I would say Tranquil Boots on 4 Clockwerk. It's pretty difficult to get enough money to have the phase boots. It's expensive. You'd rather just get the
Wyvern built a pipe. So
I would also say Vessel before Blade Mail. Like, your hero's not a damage dealer. Your
Mhm.
hero is about letting your team do shit and do damage, and Vessel does that. Like, Vessel hurts the Pugna, Bristle, Witch Doctor has heals.
Yep.
Honestly, not that bad against Sniper because you can solo kill him with the Vessel
Yep. Definitely look for the utility items first.
on
I think
on a 3
yeah.
or 4 or even 3. I would say
Yeah, I would say Force Staff also missing.
Vessel Force is like the build almost every game.
Yeah.
Vessel Force, Pipe, that sort of thing.
You could maybe go for. How do you feel about Glimmer on this hero situationally?
It's a little mana intensive, but I mean against Pugna, it's pretty good.
Bro, look at this Wraith King's build.
Oh Jesus Christ! Why do people do this? Why do they ruin their games like this?
It is unranked, so maybe for fun. Who knows?
Fun to do 0 damage and lose? I don't know. Radiance, dude, people are so against doing the normal build that they don't even like. Everybody and their mothers loves building Radiance and pure damage items, and like the Wraith King play is so greedy. The current Wraith King play style, you'd think people will be all over it, but they're like, no, that's not my build. I do a different one.
Right.
Oh, shut up. Just build the fucking items, man.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I mean, I think Tranquil Spirit Force seems pretty good. I kind of like the idea of situationally just building Greaves on any 4 if your teammates aren't going to build the item, because I think the item is just overpowered and every team should have a Greave on it. But that's just something that you could maybe situationally throw in there.
Holy Locket Winter Wyvern. Oh my god. What the hell? I feel like if people just did normal stuff, the games would be so much easier. Like, why you have a Wraith Band?
Attack,
What are you doing?
attack speed. Bruh.
Oh wow, yeah, really sick.
All right, let's go on to the next one. You just wanted the
Oh,
itemization
God.
advice.
Do we count that as a replay? Does that count?
Nah, that's all right.
I feel like that doesn't count. We can do another one of his next week. That's too easy.
Yeah. Now we're just gonna get a flood of these things next week.
Yeah. Hey, don't abuse us. All right. So Awesome Time submitted another one, so I'm going to poop on that one. Let's see. Okay, we got two new ones. Let me see. It's backhand and submit. Okay, cool. Yeah, this will be convenient having this
Yeah.
spreadsheet, actually. Okay. So we have Lil Void, Wraith King, position 1 again. Lost this one versus a last pick PL. Had to fight a lot during the laning stage, maybe too much. I feel like my cores couldn't do shit the entire game. I fed twice during the lane if you want to embarrass me. Okay, sounds good. We will do that. Then you can start watching at 18 minutes and 50 seconds to get a sweet DP kill and Radiant. Start a minute or two earlier to embarrass me more. Some skirmishes here while we'll just look at every embarrassing moment and skip the cool ones. Decent fight at 21:40-ish. Won a fight where it could have been close at 25-ish. What should I have done better after this 25-minute fight? Okay. We'll just skip. We'll just speed through it. I'm sure we'll see all of these things. I mean, probably not everyone studies Dota. He's just playing the game. Yeah, that's fine, but also you can't simultaneously give a shit about winning and not like at least look up the builds. That's fine. I mean, the thing is,
here's the thing. Dota's not fun when you lose. Period.
It sucks. It sucks.
It's just
Dude,
not fun.
even Minecraft is shit when you're not like I'm looking up stuff on Minecraft all the time because I've gotten to the point where like I want to know how to do something, you know?
Yeah.
So I look it up, I'll watch a YouTube video. It's like it's studying, but it's also just I'm lazy and don't want to figure it out myself painstakingly. That seems like more work than just Googling it.
Yeah.
You know? That's the way I see it. But no, I can't argue with the people that say like if you don't want to study a game like it's a full-time job. Well, yeah, it's literally for fun, so it just depends on what you consider fun. If you don't give a shit about winning, then yeah, go for it, but it's probably better games for that than Dota.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft, for example, you just play versus enemies.
Right, exactly.
Or,
Yeah, you get,
versus bots.
You get the same amount of farming in.
I'm not a Minecraft noob. I get to the end game of Minecraft within like an hour of playtime. You know? I beat you know, speed runs are like 30 minutes and I can do it in probably hour to 2 hours. That's not bad for somebody who plays kind of casually.
I know nothing about Minecraft, so
it's a weird game. There's like it's randomized, right? So the like fastest speed run, they call it seedless. The fastest speed run is just like a really lucky seed that the guy got, where like all of the stuff to complete the game is like right next to him.
I didn't even know there was an end game in Minecraft.
There wasn't, but then they added in this like they added in this like dimension that you could teleport to where there's like an end boss, and then when you kill it the game like ends. There's credits that roll, but then you get to keep playing afterwards. And there's actually extra stuff after the end, so it's not like it really ends. But that's what people consider a speedrun. It's like killing that dragon.
Interesting.
All right. Minecraft is not about ending the game, bro. I know. I'm just saying. You know, call me a noob. I make it to the end game in a couple hours.
All right. So you die here because the lane doesn't get pulled and you're not respecting your regen. Period. Okay. Pull the lane. Get your Crystal Maiden to pull. Go pull yourself.
Walking up and attempting to play the lane is no bueno. I would say spawning these skeletons and then going and pulling yourself is definitely a solid play.
Yeah. That's one of the nice things about Wraith King is you can just push the lane yourself and go pull, and you still get all the farm most of the time. I would definitely not get Wraith Fire Blast. Like, God, holy... Fuck you, Crystal Maiden, you fucking useless player! Fuck you! Look at this. Stops the pull. God, I fucking hate support players. They're all so bad at this game.
Oh my god, so many people are flaming me for Minecraft ending the game. I'm just talking about the speed run, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's how else can you measure a speed? I like speed running things. We were just talking about how play games the way that gets you off. I love the competitive aspect, no matter what game it is.
Okay, so I take back everything I said about Crystal Maiden because now he's going to pull. This is
after 4 minutes.
This is real sketchy, walking up and trying to hit by yourself. Walking into tower range, completely insane. Instantly start tanking the tower, get lifted back into the tower, and your lane's ruined. Or you're just dead. Wait, were you just pinging him? For pulling?
No! Banned. You're banned from doing that.
I'm gonna watch it in slow
No
motion again.
way.
I want to watch this in slow motion again. Oh, ping, 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 ping. Bruh. I would destroy my items if I was this Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden, I'm sorry what I said earlier. You're the best player in the world.
No, Crystal Main's a dumbass. But that's also just really stupid to like ping this guy for doing the right thing. He finally did it. The thing is, you're being like a stupid carry by running up and feeding when your guy's pulling, and he's being a stupid support for not pulling until 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
You guys have the wackest priorities in this lane.
Yeah. Alright, still no pulling. You're right. You fought too much.
Yeah, this hero just wax creeps.
Alright.
Surprised you said you killed the DP because... Also, I'm not a fan of treads on Wraith King. I really like the phase.
Especially against Death Prophet, who's like 80% physical damage. Minus armor from this guy, physical damage. Physical damage from this guy, minus armor. Lots of physical damage from PL as well. Yeah, it's basically all physical damage from their team. You don't need to go treads because you buy the casual gloves of haste anyway.
Yeah,
when you go
exactly.
phase.
That's it. That's exactly it.
You're only getting treads for the attack speed anyway, so why spend an additional like 850 gold for 5 extra attack speed? That seems pretty terrible.
Yeah,
Just buy Wraith Band at that point. It's only 585 gold for 6 attack speed.
Christ.
Fuck. Alright.
I would just go hit jungle creeps at this point.
Yeah.
Give your support the lane.
Sacred Relic. Alright, you're still fighting without a Radiance.
Well, that's why you jungle. You don't want to play in a lane. It's not your job to do that. That's your team's job. You just hit jungle creeps. Your skeletons can push out the lane. That's always legit.
Yep, now we have a
All right.
Radiance. Now we just
Get the
run
Radiance. Well,
it.
you need to wait until you have your
Reincarnation.
ultimate.
Yeah.
Like these carry heroes are so easy. It's so easy. You just don't fight without reincarnation.
Yep.
Or Radiance. You just don't fight unless the enemy team really supremely fucks up and dives like your tier 2.
Yeah, I mean, Hector, K1 Hector has literally built a career off of building the same 4 items on every hero. Lifestealer. Phase Boots, Radiance, Halberd. Don't fight unless you have Radiance. Wraith
The
King,
reason the phase boots are so
Phase
important
Boots,
too is like
Radiance.
the Radiance is like an anti-kite build, right?
Yeah.
And that's also what phase boots let you do, is just run in really quickly at people and be tanky.
Yeah.
It's all about anti-kiting. It's like these heroes became strong. These like Lifestealers and Wraith Kings and Ursas and stuff became strong when people played them to not get kited. Like people skipping Blink on Ursa. Like basically playing accepting the fact that people are going to kite you.
Yep.
That's why you go phase boots. That's why you go no Blink on Ursa, because you're going to get fucking kited anyway.
Yeah.
So you just go move speed and Basher and Abyssal, where
Yep.
you can literally get right on top of people.
Yep. Exactly. Alright, you're winning the game because you have Radiance. Until... You gonna take a bad fight? Let's see. Oh, the Pudge being useful. What a good hero.
The one hook.
Alright.
Now you run away.
Yeah, you definitely don't go back into an Earth Splitter. And a PL. That's gonna eat you alive.
You just run away when you don't have ulti. That's like... You need to be realistic about what your hero can do.
Yep.
That's all. You have to respect your resources. If you don't have reincarnation, no amount of wishing that you can fight will make it so that you can fight.
Yep. I agree.
Another reason why phase boots is really nice, because you're just so goddamn speedy. If you want to run away from a fight, you just can.
Yeah. They'll be chasing you and taking a bunch of damage while they chase you, and then maybe you can turn it around once reincarnation comes back off a cooldown, which it will once you're level 18 multiple times in a fight, often. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nice thing, there's like this window against PL where he's stronger than you on Wraith King, and you need to wait until you're level 20 before you can fight him. It's like if he has Diffusal plus like one item, you'll like by the time he gets like the Diffusal and is actually fighting you, you'll be like level 15, 16. So just wait until you're 20 at that point. Just like be really patient until you're 20. It's like these are the timings. It looks like boobs, where you like really want to fight once you get the Radiance because PL's useless, and slowly it goes down very quickly. He gets a Diffusal. All of a sudden you don't want to fight too much, but if a fight is good, you go to it, but you are very safe. And then all of a sudden you get level 20, you want to fight again.
Yep.
That's Wraith King. It's like it's just tons of humps with this hero.
Yep.
And then he at the end game, he's just the best. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hit creeps more as well, and play less in the lanes. Use your skeletons to push out the lanes.
Skeletons push the lanes. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Speaking of PL, it's backhand, Phantom Lancer, position 1 replay. Herald.
Imagine if its backhand submitted the PL replay, which is the PL on the opposing team of the replay we just watched.
Well, that would be pretty epic, actually.
It's like we won this game. There's a Moron Wraith King on the enemy team.
He kept fighting us without reincarnation. I'm not entirely sure why, so I just kind of carried.
That'd be so silly. We got a Herald. This is a full-fledged Herald game. This looks like a legit game. No Smurfs, nothing like that. I'm excited for this one.
Me too.
He says, we won this game, but honestly felt like luck. I think that's a lot of Herald games. Had a bad time in lane, and I couldn't get my support to pull the lane back. Maybe stayed in a bad lane a little too long, but eventually left. I'm Herald and have only been playing the game for about 4 months now, so any tips in laning and team fights would be appreciated. Also, feedback on different items I could have bought to make the game easier. Thanks, slowly improving due to your videos. Awesome, good to hear. 2 weeks ago, I didn't even know what pulling the lane meant. Well, you'll learn very quickly with us
Yeah.
what that is.
We like to cover that particular topic on a regular basis.
Yes, we really enjoy that one.
All right, so I just want to look at itemization real quick. Abyssal, Diffusal, Manta, Heart. These all look quite good. Anything you would change against the particular heroes they're against?
Let's see. There's like an argument to be made for Satanic because you're against Axe with Blade Mail and you're against a Bloodseeker, so the status resist helps you if you get ruptured.
Yeah.
And also maybe Sanjin Yasha because of that. But Manta's so good on PL. It's just so good. So
yeah, I like the Manta against the Bloodseeker Silence and the Luna ult. I do like the Satanic though, potentially. Down with that.
These starting items, I would say I'm not a huge fan of the Circlet. It's a really inefficient item. 2 stats for 165 gold is garbage.
Yeah, it could be almost 4 Iron Branches.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get way more stats for it and little trees you can put down to eat.
Yep.
It's really nice.
The battle begins.
All right.
3 runes, pretty cool. Did I see this right? Does Venomancer just build a ward wall bot? I'm pretty sure Venomancer has plague wards.
Wait, did you build? Where's the ward wall?
It's gone now. But he put it to like secure the rune. Yeah, he's just putting wards. Oh my god.
Nice.
The wards that die in 1 hit. Look out.
That's cool. All right, looks like you're a little AFK. Just want to point that out. You never really want to just be straight AFK in a game once the game started. Blocking this creep wave and keeping it right here would probably be good. Blocking it a little bit, at least on Dire, is generally good. Definitely stop just auto-attacking the creeps. Tip number 1, that will change your life as a carry. Don't just straight up auto-attack the creeps aimlessly. You're just pushing the lane into them. And there's no reason for that to be happening. Although, alright.
Yeah, so this guy's alone here. There are 3 people bot that should be completely destroying your off lane. There's 1 guy, there's 2 of you, and if you push creeps into him, that means he's just getting creeps right in front of his tower that he can get all the last hits on because he's in a safe place.
Yep.
If you are in front of your tower, then he's very unsafe doing that, and you can bully him, and you can mess with him, and you can maybe even kill him. So that's why you never want to just hit the wave, because look how hard it is. You feel it. you feel it because I feel it right now. Like I see how you're playing. You feel like, okay, I'm unsafe here. Look how much you have to run back. You're getting hit. It sucks. This
Yep.
is because you pushed the wave.
Yep. There's a couple other things that I want to cover as far as just like basic landing mechanics that I think are really important to learn if you're new to the game, which you are. So right here, what's going to happen is this creep is going to die. All these creeps are going to start hitting you, and then you're just going to fight them. So let's just quickly look at how much damage this is. 21, 21, 21. So 60 damage hitting you plus 23. So you're basically just taking 80 damage per second right now, which is 20 more, 14 more than Chaos Knight. So there's basically 2 heroes hitting you at the moment. That's not good. So you need to make sure that you're not tanking creeps randomly like this all the time. And also, if they do aggro to you, you need to A-click, attack, force attack on one of your creeps, and then these guys will acquire a new aggro target, which will then start to aggro them to your creeps and stop them from hitting you, which will do 2 things. First of all, it will allow the lane to start pushing back towards you. Second of all, it will stop you from taking a bunch of random damage that is going to chew through your regen and make the lane really hard to deal with. So those are basic mechanics that you need to master to feel like the lanes are playable, I would say. All right, we saw this already. Lane is just up. And you mentioned in your comments that you felt like your support wouldn't pull the lane. Right here, you can pull the lane because you're not going to go get these creeps. These are last hittable. So if you just walk over here and you attack this camp and you just run straight up this way, you're going to be able to get this pull off right now. If the creep wave gets a little bit too far up, you can grab this creep wave or these neutral creeps and you can cut this tree, you can cut this tree, you can cut these trees, you can go straight across if you have to. Just do whatever you do, figure out the timing and pull this creep camp right now because they can't contest you and you can't get these creeps. So it's the perfect opportunity to do the pull and you don't even have to rely on your support to do it. My goodness, Lich. Please. Please. Yeah, so you're just straight up constantly pushing the creep wave. Which is just making the Chaos Knight feel like he's having a free game, and that's why he's going Battle Fury.
He's the most farmed, actually, the Chaos Knight.
Yeah.
He has the most CS. Pretty easy to CS when it's just directly under your tower.
Yep. The Lich keeps frost shielding you randomly, which is pushing the creeps. Which doesn't help. Oh my god, is he actually doing a pull? No. He just walked over there.
You need more regen too, especially if the lane is going to be like, if you're doing all the lane mechanics right, then you don't need the regen. But the situation is such that you're going to need a lot more regen. Like sending out a clarity.
Nice. Good pull.
Yeah, that was a good pull. But it's like there's so many minutes that have passed where you basically were forced to do that because you're getting so destroyed. You have no other option. But you want to pull before that's the problem, you know?
Right. Especially against a Bloodseeker. Like, this is just...
Yeah, I was going to say, you need more regen, too. You need way more regen.
Yeah.
I'd rather you feed at this point than sit here with nothing. You're being super greedy with your items. You need way more regen. Okay, there you go. That's... okay. But once again, this will get you to full HP, this regen, and then you're going to get hit more, and you're going to need more.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Yeah, you're just constantly low. Also, dude, no. Stop. Stop buying full ones. Everybody. Everybody stop buying full ones, please. Very rarely do you need to buy a full wand this early in the game. Let's get some boots. Let's get a treads going.
I mean, on a carry especially. This hero, like these heroes want to just hit jungle, so...
Yeah. You almost don't even need the stick half the time on carries. Like,
it's good. It's
good.
It's safe. It's safe.
Yeah.
For the lane, just to get through the lane. Like I get stick on Tinker too, just for the lane. But then I just immediately sell it once I have bots, because it's just useless. When the fuck are you gonna need stick on Tinker?
Next teaching moment. Tower aggro. You are tanking the tower right now. This is not good. There are plenty of creeps that could tank the tower. I'm actually kind of amazed that the tower just randomly started hitting you.
We walked into it. He like barely walked into the range.
Was he the first one before the creeps got there?
Yeah. Hold Alt, and you can see the tower range. You walked into it.
Yep.
It's hitting you. All you need to do is walk out of it. Hold your Alt key to see this.
Yep. And alternatively, if you do walk into tower range and maybe you're deeper in tower range for whatever reason, it's not easy to just walk out of tower range. If you just, again, click one of your creeps, if they are also in tower range, and the tower will reset aggro onto one of them.
It resets aggro on everything to do that. It resets aggro on neutral creeps,
Yep.
on enemy creeps, on fucking Wraith King skeletons, on towers, everything. Clicking is one of your creeps is an aggro reset. Why? Yep. I have no idea. Don't ask me. It's one of those Dota-isms where it just is what it is.
Yep.
But it's very important to know that one.
Yep.
And it works globally as well. So if there aren't even any creeps nearby, you can click your
boom
fucking great. You can click your ancient and it'll work.
Yeah.
It actually won't because you can't attack your ancient. But you see what I'm saying? It's like you can attack anything globally and this will work.
Yep.
Why? God only fucking knows.
Yep. I would definitely say that you should be jungling at this point. Like you.
As soon as you're 6 on PL, you just go jungle.
Yep. This lane is rough. You should definitely just be hitting jungle creeps, and just trying to get as many items as possible as quickly as possible. Ooh, beautiful item to have right now. You definitely do not fight until you have Diffusal Blade on this hero. You just fully ignore everything that's happening until you have Diffusal Blade.
Yep. Yep.
Way too much fighting going on.
Not interested in this bullshit that's happening right now.
Yep. You know what you are interested in? The fact that there's literally nobody in mid lane, and you could be farming those creeps and then.
And that's where the ancients are, and the Iron Talon works on ancients now.
Yep.
Do you know how much effective damage that is, dude? It's nuts. That item is like an Ultra Midas now. It's crazy.
Yep. Also, make sure that you're using this because I haven't seen you use it once. Does what, like half their health? Yeah, half their health and damage to a creep helps you farm really, really fast. Especially these big tanky heroes, or these big tanky creeps like the Ancients or the Centaurs or whatever. Catapult's also very good against. So I like this. You're farming, rotating, but again.
Oh, use the Talon on that Ancient, man.
Yep.
It does like 1,000 damage or more.
I almost would prefer to have the Talon. Obviously, Aquila is really good, but...
Yeah, it's really, really good. Talon is broken, though. It's like...
Yeah.
It's probably close between Aquila and Talon. Okay, there, the situation is like, you are not the hero that it's the job to like, push out the lane. Like, you push out the lanes with illusions, you don't go with your hero. You put yourself in 0 danger. You are a carry. Your job is to be the guy on the enemy team is so worried. It's like, where is he? He's getting so farmed. We need to stop him. Like, that's you. That's what you need to be doing.
Yep.
And if you're putting yourself in lanes, then it's like, oh, here's this guy that we're supposed to kill, handed to us on a silver platter. You know, they love that.
Yep, exactly. All right, we're showing up. We still don't have Diffusal Blade. I mean, this is maybe okay, but probably not.
No.
Because you just don't have any kill potential. Like, you got to think about it in terms of...
You don't do anything.
Can I actually contribute at all? Okay, now we can. The Diffusal is flying out, but showing up before it actually gets there is just as bad as not even having it at all. So... Now that we have the ability to fight, we want to be very selective about when we fight.
Yeah, it's a little spooky because there's like no vision down here. You finally got a little bit of vision. Oof. Oh god.
That might just be not really understanding the heroes you're playing against, which is totally acceptable after only playing for 4 months.
Yeah.
But the
idea as a carry, you want to make sure that you're the person that's like showing up last to fights. You take fights that have already been initiated and look good because of your teammates. Like, you make them do all the grunt work.
Yep.
Being a carry is like the most greedy, narcissistic role in the game. You just like, okay, guys, go in first, my little sheeplings. Go, my pretties. And then if they don't, you just say, okay, well, I'm getting the fuck out of here then because I want to go hit creeps. But if they do go in like some flying monkeys and you're the Wicked Witch of the West, then you can go in afterwards and just like, oh, yoink, let me take that kill. Yoink, let me take that kill. That's carry. You're a greedy motherfucker, so you got to play like it.
Yep. Okay. Anything else that we should cover? I feel like we've already kind of covered a lot. We don't want to
A
overwhelm.
lot of stuff. We already covered a lot of stuff on this, I think.
Yeah. Also, I would just recommend its backhand. Pick 1 or 2 heroes. Just spam them over and over. Just play them over and over and over. And also go into Last Hit Trainer and just learn their basic mechanics as far as like creep equilibrium, last hit animation, how much damage you do. Just familiarize yourself with 2 heroes, maybe even just 1 hero, and just become extremely comfortable on that. And then you will start to kind of understand the broader aspects of the game, and it'll become a little bit easier because you're not just constantly thinking about like, what am I doing on this hero? What buttons do I need to press? All right.
Okay.
I think that was a good one to end on. There's some good teaching stuff in that one.
Yep, for Heralds. All right. GG, guys.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Everybody who we didn't get to, we have a spreadsheet now that's tracking everything. We'll get to you next week. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support. We appreciate all the Patreons and all of the viewers that join us every single week from the YouTube community. Emotes out, dabs out. GG.